Here at beautiful Holmen Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. Billy Madewell and Andrew Villargen having some technical difficulties. The good news is we are back. And another fantastic showing here in the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game. This one part of the Home Run Derby. Jake LaBelle walking it off in his own hometown, in his own home team, in his own home stadium with a 6-5 winner over Michael Delacari and a 2-homer performance in the final round for Dakota McFadden.
Yeah, great performances. We saw a lot of really close to the wall shots, a lot of one-hoppers off the wall, some that even just scaled the wall, but at the end of the day, Jake LaBelle walking it off in Nashua, in Holmen Stadium here in Nashua as a member of the Nashua Silver Knights.
That being said, right now, we're going to look at the standings for the first half of the season here for the 2018 FCBL. As right now, for the Pittsfield Suns, not doing quite their best. Right now, it's sitting at 15-22, but we're going to give you a full rundown of what's happening here for the 2018 campaign for the Pittsfield Suns. But we're going to go top to bottom. What do we have, Andrew?
Well, the Martha Vineyard Sharks atop things. What else is new? They've been there pretty much all year. They have a 25-12 record. They lost their most recent game before the All-Star break, but beyond that, 25-12 is pretty good. In second, the Worcester Bravehearts still tailing them, and they've won 6 straight games, including 9 of their last 10 games. They go to 23-14, just 2 games back of the Sharks. In fact, funny enough, they would have won 10 straight, but the team to break their losing streak was the team in the cellar of the FCBL right now in the North Shore Navigators, who actually went to Worcester and throttled the Bravehearts, which, of course, is quite funny. Anyhow, in third place are the Bristol Blues, a 23-17 record. 3.5 back, they've got a 3-game win streak of their own. In fourth are the Brockton Rocks. They sit at a perfectly even 20-20, 6.5 back of the Sharks. Beyond that, in fifth are the Pittsfield Suns. They've lost 4 straight games, unfortunately, to go to 15-22, but still well in position to secure a decent playoff berth with a decent enough second half of the season. Today's hosting Nashua Silver Knights are currently right now in 6th place. They would be the last team to get into the postseason if the playoffs began today at 13-23. But they've got some company as they're a half game up and 2 percentage points ahead of the North Shore Navigators. The Navigators have 1 more win and 2 more losses than Nashua at 14-25. However, they've lost 3 straight games.
So right now, should the playoffs end, well, today, essentially, the Martha's Vineyard Sharks and the Worcester Bravehearts would sit at the 1-2. They would get a first-round bye. For the 1-game play-in, you would have the Bristol Blues hosting the Nashua Silver Knights, and then the Brockton Rocks hosting the Pittsfield Suns. Andrew, you wouldn't mind that.
No, I would not. Let's go. I really like Campanelli Stadium.
Well, that's hope, at least for the Pittsfield Suns' sake, that 1, they get into the playoffs, and 2, they get as high as a seed as possible.
Yeah, I mean, listen, of course, of course I would like the Suns to succeed a little bit more than my personal desire to return to Campanelli Stadium, which if it is not the best stadium in the FCBL, then it has got to be up there. I would certainly not mind that, but of course we hope our Suns do well enough to go a little bit farther than that. But in order to do that, Billy, they've got a little bit of work to do. They've got 3.5 games in order to catch Brockton, including having lost to the Rocks, I believe 3 times this season.
Well, with that being said, for the Pittsfield Suns, sure, they're going to enjoy the All-Star Game festivities today. But with that being said, they start next game tomorrow, actually.
Indeed. Of course, an unfortunate postponement of All-Star festivities yesterday. Otherwise, the Suns would have had today completely off.
I have Park Superintendent Nick Caggiano.
And for the Pittsfield Suns, they're going to be facing off against these same Nashua Silver Knights.
Yeah, long time no see.
Yeah, that'll be tomorrow at 6:30. The Worcester Bravehearts hosting the Brockton Rocks at 6:30 at Hanover Insurance Park at Fitton Field. And then Muzzy Field, the Bristol Blues will be hosting the North Shore Navigators. Martha's Vineyard Sharks, they have the day off. So right now we're going to listen in to on-field festivities celebrating the 80th anniversary of Holmen Stadium. You've been listening to the Pittsfield Suns pregame show of the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Thank you, Nick. As has been said, and as your souvenir program shows you, lots of history has been made here. Some of the names that are associated with the 80 years: Chesnolovich, Harvey, Aranda's Parody, Micho, Belanger, Kowalski, the Kissel family, the Tebbets family, Greg Landry, Mellon, Neverett, Neville, Hardy, Fagula, Kierstead, Murray, Toomey, Sanderson, Barretto, Bates, Suzanne, Dodd, Lozo, Demers, Newman, Briggs, Belovance, Kroshka, Janot, Dyer, Dabrowski, Gorekas, Yulsikis, Gramazon, Gabriel, Tamulevich, Narkunis, Savowski, Salvi, Andruskevich, Warren, Levate, Pressman, Hall, Knight, Sanuda, Lind, and Gray. That's just a small fraction of the athletes who are part of this history. In fact, the son of former Red Sox executive Hayward Sullivan, Mark Sullivan, played here for the AA Red Sox team during the Angels years. Former Red Sox GM and current Orioles general manager Dan Duquette ran the American Defenders here. 21 members of the Silver Knights have made it to the big leagues since they came here. Carlton Fisk played here in a benefit softball game for the Girls Incorporated and a team that was led by former WBZ sports talker Guy Manila. And a few of us media types even tried our hand at hitting against Bob Feller without much success. Eddie Feiner, four-man softball team, the king of his court. They played here. The former National Millionaires. The list goes on and on. Those from the 60s, 70s, and 80s who are here tonight, who are part of this history, please stand and be recognized. I'd now like to call on someone who isn't a stranger to the Nashua or to Holmen Stadium, Chris Hall, the president of the Futures League, who is here, and we welcome him back, and we welcome the All-Star Game back to Holmen. I was very fortunate when John Spiel hired me in 2006 to be part of the Pride, winning the championship in 2007 with Butch Hobson as the manager. El Guapo was the closer. Some great people back then. It was sad to see baseball go after 2009 season, but thanks to Nick Caggiano, Mayor Lozo at the time, and now Mayor Don just making sure baseball keeps on here. Drew Weber was a huge piece of making sure baseball came back to Nashua with Johnny Good and Tim Bauman. I was very fortunate to be part of the Futures League. Thanks to those guys. And very proud to bring the All-Star Game here in the 80th anniversary in 2018. Thank you very much, Mayor Conscious Nick Caggiano. Thank you, Chris. We've received some letters of congratulations tonight from the members of our delegation, Senators Jean Shaheen and Maggie Hassan, along with Congresswoman Annie McLean Custer. Wish they could be here tonight, but they're at work for us in Washington. They extend their best wishes to the city on this special event. Governor Chris Sununu also expressed his disappointment in not being able to be here. He was hoping to throw out the first pitch. When his father was governor, he threw out the first pitch when the Nashua Pirates played an exhibition game with the Pittsburgh Pirates. While Holmen was initially built for baseball, many historic moments here resulted from football. It wasn't unusual for 10,000 plus to turn out for a Nashua High football game, filling the stands and surrounding the field. The likes of Leominster, Pittsburgh, Lowell, Haverhill, Everett, Gardner, Severian, and Weaver High Schools were here as opponents. And there were 32 Nashua Bishop Kirk games on Thanksgiving Day. And how many of you remember the mayor made reference to the concert series here? And besides Nashua and BG calling this home for football and baseball, we had the Ray Open League, the Nashua Chiefs, the Babe Ruth teams that played here, Pop Warner Football, and the Coffee Post American Legion. For many years, Nashua High School held their graduation right here on the field. Now, those of you from the 90s through 2003 and through to today who were part of Holmen, please stand and be recognized. How many of you will remember the forerunner to the World Wrestling Federation when Killer Kowalski wrestled right here at home plate in the ring? Drum and Bugle Corps competitions under the direction of Bertie LaFlamme, 4th of July fireworks, the Brewfest, and so much more. Some of which I got to observe from the former WSMN Eye in the Sky along the left field line, which no longer exists. This is but a small snippet of what's happened the past 80 years. Your souvenir program book and today's National Telegraph insert provide you with more in-depth look at the people and the events that shaped Holmen Stadium. Tonight would not have been possible without the assistance and support of Mayor Donches, the National Board of Aldermen, President Brian McCarthy, Vice President Lori Wilshire, Alderman at Large Michael O'Brien, Shoshana Kelly, Brandon Michael Laws, and David Tenser. Ward 1, Jan Schmidt. Ward 2, Richard Dow. Ward 3, Patricia Klee. Ward 4, Tom Lopez. Ward 5, Ernie Jetty. Ward 6, Ken Gidge. Ward 7, Jude Karen. Ward 8, Marianne Melizigola. And Ward 9, Linda Harriet Garthright. The Board of Public Works also played a role in this with their support. Commissioners Joel Ackerman, Tracy Pappas, Kevin Moriarty, and Frank Pease. Lastly, I want to thank and introduce the committee. We're meeting for months now to put tonight's program together. Led by Public Works Director Lisa Foto, Kim Kleiner from the Mayor's Office, Alderman Karen, Dean Shalhoub and Tom King from the Telegraph, Rick Montine from the Nashua Silver Knights, George Tebbets representing the historically known Tebbets family, Park Rec, Nick Gaggiano and Kelly DeSimone, Sarah O'Neill, who did a lot of the layout and artwork for tonight's program that you received, and the person that held us all together and kept us on point and focused, Lauren Byer from DPW. It's been a great run so far, and quite frankly, we're only just beginning. Speaking of beginning, are you ready for some baseball? Please welcome Rick Montine, the Silver Knights General Manager, so we can meet tonight's All-Stars and play ball.
Beautiful job, Ed. I want to introduce the owner of the Nashua Silver Knights, Drew Weber. Drew's up there somewhere. Drew, come on out and take a bow, please. Where are you, Drew? There he is, Drew Weber. Yeah. With Drew tonight are one of the original people that started this franchise. He's right here on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for John Good, here with his family tonight. I have to say a couple thank yous. First one is to Jean d'Arc Credit Union. They made this possible. They believed in us. They sponsored the event. They let us do our thing, and we really, really thank you very much. There he is, Drew Weber. 1 second.
Thank you, Rick. And I'd just like to say to these fans here, and to the city of Nashua, to the government of Nashua, and to everybody connected to Nashua, you have been wonderful to this organization, and we thank you. We are so thrilled to be a part of this town, the city. And It's great to be here tonight, and I just have to reiterate that from day one, well, the first 2-3 years, we knew it was going to be difficult. We knew it was going to be difficult, and it was. But Mayor 1, Mayor 2, and everybody else that we have met in this city has just been so supportive. And we thank you all. We thank the fans who have been sensational. And we've had just nothing but fun here. So all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you.
Drew Weber, the man who believed in Nashua. Well, we have a special presentation for you. If you can watch the video board right now, perhaps you'll remember this gentleman. Well, that doesn't look like Butch Hobson to me.
When Fireball Don.
There he is.
Manager of Chicago Dogs. Just want to say how much living in Nashville, New Hampshire from 2000 to 2006 was a big part of my life. Being able to be your manager in those years and making the friends that Chris and I made during that part of our lives, and the boys growing up and playing football and baseball, and it was tremendous. And all of you will always be a part of my life and a part of my family. I love that ballpark. Historic Holmen Stadium. I remember I was watching some videos from somewhere, a monkey boy. What a fun mascot he was. So a part of my life, being a manager and living in Nashville. I'll never forget.
Ladies and gentlemen, Butch Hobson. I think you might have been laying down there. You know, one of the things that is a very prideful moment for the city, as I have learned in the time I've been here, and is honored tonight, the 1946 Nashua Dodger. On that ball club was Hall of Famer Roy Campanella. Let's take a look at a little bit of Roy. It was one of the many home runs that Roy Campanella hit. One of the stories I was told when I got to town, it might have been by Bertie Tebbets over there, who told me that a chicken farmer in Nashua used to give 6 chickens for every Nashua home run. And Roy Campanella won enough chickens to start his dad in a chicken farm, and it turned out to be very successful. Roy Campanella tragically was in a car accident in his later years, spent his life in a wheelchair. But he is a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And he loved Nashville. On that ball club was another African-American record breaker. His name, Don Newcombe.
Batters knew all about striking out when Fireball Don Newcombe came to the mound. This Dodger great was one of the most feared pitchers in baseball and one of the best hitting pitchers of all time. Don the Newcombe is the only man in baseball history to ever win all 3 of the sport's major awards: Rookie of the Year, the Cy Young Award, and Most Valuable Player.
I'm pretty proud of that. I'm very proud of it. And, I also went in
carried the home run record in the National League for pitchers.
For all his records on the field, Don Newcombe may be best known as one of the first men to integrate Major League Baseball. Jackie Robinson and Roy Campanella made it to the Dodgers first, but Don Newcombe wasn't far behind. He joined the Dodgers in 1949, and he gives the credit to Branch Rickey, the team's owner at the time.
Mr. Rickey was very, very perturbed about that. He just could not understand, as smart as he was, he couldn't understand how people could think like this. Black men could go to war, fight and die, and pay their taxes if somebody gave them a job, but they couldn't play in the so-called all-American sports pastime called baseball. And he wanted to change that. He said, I've got to do this. This is something I've got to do. And he did. He signed Jackie, signed me, and signed Roy.
Newcombe still remembers how it felt to put on that Dodger uniform for the first time.
I don't think I was ever as proud as I was to put that uniforms like on the coat of armor, because it meant that I was at the top of the heap.
Don stayed at the top of the heap for a decade. He was the first African-American to pitch in a World Series game. He made 4 National League All-Star teams, and he racked up an impressive record, pitching and batting. After retiring from the game in 1960, he overcame an addiction to alcohol and became a prominent voice in the battle against drug and alcohol abuse. In 1970, he returned to the Dodgers as the first ever director of community relations. For breaking down barriers and building up kids in our diverse communities, we honor Don the Nuke Newcombe as a treasure of LA.
Nashua should be proud of that memory. Roy Campanella, Don Newcombe. And on hand with us tonight, from the same era, played for the Nashua Dodgers in 1948. Ladies and gentlemen, up on your feet for Fred Guthers. Fred's going to throw out our first pitch tonight. Yeah, we'll call that a strike. Okay, folks, it's time to do what we came here to do. We're going to introduce both teams, and he is here. I've got him stashed away in the back. The monkey boy will be out. Adam Busby, take it over.
Thank you, Rick. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to historic Holmen Stadium for the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game and the celebration of Holmen Stadium's 80th birthday. Tonight is in honor of 2 baseball icons, Roy Campanella and Don Newcombe, who broke the baseball color barrier for the 1946 Nashua Dodgers. Seen before you tonight, both All-Star teams are wearing the numbers of Roy Campanella and Don Newcombe in honor of their legacy here in the greater Nashua area. Tonight's FCBL All-Star matchup is between Team Nashua and Team Dodgers.
Oh, I get it. Starts the All-Star Game. Exactly. You got it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, right now, again, we're just waiting for on-field presentation with the rosters of both Team Nashua and Team Dodgers. Celebrating the 80th anniversary, Holmen Stadium here in Nashua, New Hampshire with the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game. We already had and went underway with the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game Home Run Derby, of which it went through the following. McFadden with 6, Oldham with 1, Delacari with 6, Freelick with 3, LaBelle with 6. A three-way tie the first time ever, and it went to the championship round. McFadden with 2, Delacari would break that with 5. And then finally, for Jake LaBelle, walked it off. Came down to the final few seconds, and he matched his first round total of 6, going up with 12 to Delacari's 11 and McFadden's 8 to become the 2018 FCBL All-Star Games Home Run Derby champion. And Andrew, we're only a few minutes away from the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game.
Bring it on. It's just like what was being said. This is what we all came here to do.
Let's listen in.
First, representing Team Nashua, let's meet the coaching staff and the reserves. The coaches from Andrew McKeon. And from the North Shore Navigators, Jesse Hunt. And now, let's meet the reserves. From the Marcus Vineyard Sharks, Devin Damaschio. Also from the Marcus Vineyard Sharks, Connor Hall. From the Brockton Rocks, Sam Jacobsek. We all make mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's meet Team Newcombe. The pitchers. From the Bristol Blues, Richard Brereton. From the North Shore Navigators, Shane Audette. From the Worcester Bravehearts, Kendall Pomeroy. Also from the Worcester Bravehearts, Dakota McFadden. From the Worcester Bravehearts, Mackenzie Stu. And finally from the Worcester Bravehearts, Henry Ennis. From the Pittsfield Suns, Isaiah Westray. And from your hometown of the Nashua Silver Knights, Drew Forkin. Also from the Silver Knights, Brandon Duval. Now, the outfielders from the North Shore Navigators, Michael Wynn. Also from the North Shore Navigators, Sal Freelick. From the Pittsfield Suns, Drew DiMartino. From the Brockton Rocks, Charlie Maxwell. Also from the Brockton Rocks, Zach Gilloff. From the Bristol Blues, Ian Osberg. And from the Marcus Vineyard Sharks, number 36, Eric Mago. And from the Marcus Vineyard Sharks, Nick Raposo. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting 9 for Team Nashua. First, the manager from the Marcus Vineyard Sharks. Please welcome Jay Mendez. Leading off, the second baseman From the Bristol Blues, number 8, Ian Osborne. Batting second, the shortstop. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, Kellen Hathaway. Batting third, the right fielder. From the Brockton Rocks, number 13, Matt Johnston. Batting fourth, the first baseman. From the Pittsfield Suns, number 37, Patrick Sullivan. Batting fifth, the third baseman. From the Pittsfield Suns, number 11, Ivan Nugent. Batting sixth, the designated hitter. From the Worcester Bravehearts, number 35, Matt Shelley. Batting seventh, the catcher. From the Brockton Rocks, number 7, Jack Kelly. Batting eighth, the center fielder. From the Brockton Rocks, number 14, Joe Lamuccio. And batting ninth, the left fielder. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, number 3, Colin Shapiro. And the starter for Team Nashua this evening, from your hometown of Nashua, New Hampshire, from the Nashua Silver Knights, number 15, Lou Dawson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to meet the coaching staff and the reserves for Team Dodgers. First, let's meet the coaches. From the Worcester Bravehearts, J.P. Pine. From the Pittsfield Suns, Matt Yedman. And from the Nashua Silver Knights, Kyle Jackson. We also can't forget the trainer this evening from Performance Rehab, Bill Close. Let's hear it one more time for our coaches. From the Worcester Bravehearts, J.P. Pine. From the Pittsfield Suns, Matt Kedman. And from the Nashua Silver Knights, Kyle Jackson. Now let's meet the reserves for Team Dodgers. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, Sean Babineau. From the Worcester Bravehearts, Tyler Petane. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, Devin Damascio. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, Connor Hall. From the Brockton Rocks, Sam Jacobson. From the Bristol Blues, Neil McDermott. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, Chance Huff. From the Brockton Rocks, Jack Mahala. And from the Bristol Blues, Emmett Sheehan. Now the outfielders. From the Bristol Blues, Peyton Stevens. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, Matt Chamberlain. Now let's meet the infielders. From the Worcester Bravehearts, Dustin Harris. And from the hometown of Nashua, New Hampshire, for the Nashua Silver Knights, Cody Morissette. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, Jackson Reaper. And the catcher. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, Matt Oldham. And from the Pittsfield Suns, Taylor Miller. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's meet the starting nine for the Team Dodgers. First, let's meet the manager. He is a four-time FCBL champion, leading his team, and is also enshrined in Holmen the Dodgers, the second baseman from the Worcester Bravehearts, number 10, Edward Haas.
Hey, BJ, get ready for it.
Batting second, the shortstop from the Worcester Bravehearts, number 13, Chris Rinaldi. Batting third, the right fielder from the Worcester Bravehearts, number 15, Michael Delacari. Batting fourth, the designated hitter from the hometown of Nashua, New Hampshire, and the Silver Knights, number 35, Jay Batting fifth, the baseman from the Pittsfield Suns, number 2, Ryan McHale. Batting sixth, the left fielder from the hometown of Nashua, New Hampshire, and for the Silver Knights, number 17, Jeff Costello. Batting seventh, the catcher from the Worcester Bravehearts, number 8, Brad Koppel. Batting eighth, the first baseman from the hometown of Nashua, New Hampshire, and for the Silver Knights, number 9, Ryan Ferrandino. And batting ninth, the center fielder from the Pittsfield Suns, number 16, Dylan Fairclough. And the starter this evening for Team Dodgers, from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, number 21, Brian Ketchy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more special first pitch from the Jeanne d'Arc Credit Union. Please welcome Allison Hughes. Beat you to it. Right down the middle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps to honor our national anthem. As this evening, we welcome National Finest, Mr. Al St. Louis.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The rosters have been announced. The national anthem has been sung. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away from the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game. Now the lineup for the visiting Team Nashua. Andrew has the full lineup in its entirety.
Yes, the visiting Team Nashua here in Nashua. Leading off will be the second baseman, number 8, Ian Osberg. Dylan Hathaway, the shortstop. Number 10, bats second. Matt Johnson, the right fielder, will hit third. Then it goes to Pittsfield Suns first baseman Patrick Sullivan with fellow teammate Ivan Nunez batting fifth and playing second. Mac Kelly, the designated hitter, hits sixth with Jack Kelly, the catcher, batting seventh. Joe Lamuccia will hit eighth, and Colin Shapiro will finish off the order, and they will go to work against Ryan Ketchy. And looking at Ryan Ketchy of Martha's Vineyard, the lefty 6'170" junior, he has had a pretty stellar season to this point in 7 appearances, 5 starts. 3-0 record with 33 in the third hurled, facing off against 136 batters, giving up 35 hits, 13 runs, 10 earned, walked a trio with 30 strikeouts. Now there's a ratio, 1.14 for a whip with an incredible 2.7 ERA, the logical choice for a starter here in the All-Star Game.
And now the defensive alignment for Team Dodgers.
An exciting night of FCBL baseball. Making his return to historic Holmen Stadium tonight is New Hampshire's favorite primate, the world-famous Monkey Boy, celebrating his 20th year of performing in front of the world's greatest fans.
The defensive alignment for Team Dodgers will come as follows. Dawson will be hurling to Kelly. From third to first, Nunez, Hathaway, Osberg, Sullivan. And from left to right, Shapiro, Lamuccio, Johnston. Outfield alignment here at Holmen Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire come as follows. 307 down the left field line, 365 in left center. 401 in dead center field. Right center field sits at 369. And down the right field line, 311. Andrew, the moment we've all been waiting for is nearly upon us as first pitch for the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game.
Oh, I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Absolutely beautiful ballpark, absolutely beautiful atmosphere, and absolutely wonderful crowd here in Nashua, New Hampshire as we get set for the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game.
Couldn't have asked for more. It's a beautiful ballpark. Looks like a great day for baseball. Oh, I'm ready.
And for all of you out there that did vote for the fan vote for the 26 man on each roster, I want to thank all of you who voted for Drew DiMartino the most out of everyone, over 20,000 times to vote him into the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game. A heartfelt thank you for voting him in.
Yes, let's go Demo.
The throw over to second is complete. We're going to kick off the All-Star Game with second baseman number 8, Ian Osberg for Team Nashua.
Having a look at Osberg from the Bristol Blues. He has appeared in 34 games for Bristol, averaging .307, that's 39 of 127. He's got a double with 11 ribbies, scored 30 times with 20 walks, struck out 23 times with a .401 on-base percentage. Look out for him on the base path as well, an 18 of 22, pretty clean clip, trying to steal second and third.
The 2018 FCBL All-Star Game has started. First pitch is low for a ball. The count is 1-0. This ball game starting off for the FCBL All-Star Game at 7:06 p.m. The pitch. That one a chopper towards first, but that one's going to run foul. And the count now is 1 ball, 1 strike to second baseman number 8, Ian Osberg. Again, just getting underway in the top of the first here at the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game in beautiful Holmen Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Coming into this game, Osberg had been in a bit of a cold spell in his last little while with a 204 average in his last 10 games.
Here the 1-1 does clip the inside corner. Now the count here is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
However, it certainly didn't derail him from at least appearing in this All-Star Game right here and for making one, probably at least 2 appearances.
Here's a pitch. That one runs in on the breaking ball there from Ketchy. And the count now runs to 2-2. Here is a windup from the lefty Ketchy, and this one is cut on a miss for strike 3.
Bring him up.
This will bring up the shortstop number 10, Kellen Hathaway.
We're looking at Hathaway from the North Vineyard Sharks. A 352 hitter, that's 25 of 71, flashing 6 doubles with a triple and 5 round trippers. Driven in 22 runs with 10 walks to 16 strikeouts. Also a pretty sturdy 477 on-base percentage.
First pitch is fouled back, and it nearly got into the press box.
Oh, boy. No protective netting up here.
No, it can get up here.
It would be a trick shot, but it can get up here a lot easier than it can back at Wacona Park.
Very true. Here is the 0-1. That one, swung on a miss as he golfs this one, but only creates a divot. Now the count here is 0-2 to Hathaway.
Not an all-star caliber swing right there.
For Hathaway, goes to college at Williams College, which is roughly around 45 minutes from Wacona Park. The pitch, that one runs a little high there. Now the count here is 1 ball, 2 strikes. The away team, Team Nashua. The home team, Team Dodgers. Here is the 1-2. Cut on a miss for strike 3. The tag applied, and that is strikeout number 2 for Ketchy.
Ketchy just mowing them down right out of the gate. First 2 batters facing a couple of strikeouts.
Now for the right fielder at number 13, Matt Johnston. He will take his hacks.
Johnston, a bit of a free swinger, but he has been durable, playing in 40 games. Solid 288 average with 11 doubles, a triple, and 2 homers. Driven in 34 runs with 18 walks to an incredible 33 strikeouts.
First pitch, that one's driven deep to left field. Going back is Shapiro. This one is gone. Wow. A solo homer for right fielder number 13, Matt Johnston.
Billy, I thought the home run derby ended because first pitch, just jumps all over them. He was not wasting any time at the plate. He got a perfect pitch to swing at, perfect form, perfect everything on that swing, and just like that, Billy, there's our first run of the game.
Team Nashua now leads it in the top of the first with 2 gone. Team Nashua leads Team Dodgers 1-0. This will bring up the first baseman number 37, Patrick Sullivan, native Pittsfield Sun here.
Well, we recognize Patrick Sullivan as he plays for the Suns. A 286 hitter in 22 games.
This one hit into left field, and playing it off the hop will be Shapiro. You can continue, Andrew.
Well, I mean, this is not an actual regular season game, so the 286 average will not climb, but regardless, in the regular season, 8 doubles with a triple and a homer, driven in 10 runs with 20 walks.
And here comes Ivan Nunez, the third baseman, wearing number 11. As you see on the back of the jerseys for number 36, that is for Team Nashua. That is, of course, for Mr. Campanella, and then Mr. Newcombe, number 39 for the Team Dodgers. Go ahead.
Nunez, a 323 hitter in 18 games, a trio of doubles with a couple homers, driven in 18 runs to 16 walks, doubling that total of strikeouts, which sits at 8.
Pitch runs in. Count here is 1-0 after back-to-back first pitch hits, one being, of course, a solo shot by Matt Johnston. Taking the first pitch there is Nunez, who, again, we expect him to crowd the inside part of the plate as much as possible.
Do we ever?
The lefty Ketchy checks first, and the pitch also runs in. And the count now is 2 balls, no strikes.
Ketchy off to such a solid start, striking out his first 2 batters, but the next 2 taken for task, each on their first respective pitch taken. They're looking to try to settle in here against Nunez.
From the stretch, Ketchy with the pitch. Line shot, that one will run foul.
That thing was hit ridiculously hard as that thing ran well in on Nunez's hands, but still getting hit like a rocket shot, albeit a foul. But you've really got to approach the plate carefully, or Nunez could put another one over the wall. This is not Wacona Park, remember. We don't have that instance where they just die in the outfield all the time.
Curveball, and this one's fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Nunez.
Risky pitch to throw on a 2-1 count.
Nunez in his last 10 games, again, batting .388. He's got a 5-game hitting streak currently. Hit a couple doubles, a homer, 13 RBI, and 8 runs. 10 walks to only 2 strikeouts in his last 10, a .531 on-base percentage. That's quite a line. This one ripped towards third, backhanded there by the third baseman. And a throw over to first as, well, how about that? A Pittsfield Sun throws out a Pittsfield Sun. And it goes down 5-3, and that looks like that will end the inning.
Please direct your attention to the video board.
We now head to the bottom of the first with the Nashua, Team Nashua, I should say, leading 1-0. We're going to keep it here and give you now the starting lineup for the home team, Team Dodgers.
Team Dodger leading off for Team Dodger, second baseman number 10, Edward Haas. Shortstop number 13, Chris Rinaldi, hacks second with Michael DeLacar. We just saw him in the Home Run Derby, and he's back for more as the number 3 hitter. The Home Run Derby winner and fittingly cleanup hitter here in his hometown of Nashua, DH number 35, Jake LaBelle. Hitting fifth, third baseman number 2, Pittsfield Sun, Brian McHale. Outfield number 17, Jeff Costello will hack sixth. Brett Kaufel gets to start batting 7th behind the plate. Brian Berardino, the first baseman, will bat 8th. And Pittsfield Sun Dylan Faircloth finishes off the order as the number 9 hitter residing in center field. And looking at who they will face off, at least for the one being until he is inevitably relieved very early in the game, that would be for none other than the Nashua Silver Knights. That is Luke Dawson. Luke Dawson has had a pretty solid season so far in 7 starts, a sterling 4-0 record in 38 innings pitched, giving up 35 hits, 16 runs, 14 earned, walked 15 to 34 strikeouts, in addition to a pretty solid 3.31 ERA as he gets to start for the All-Star Game in his hometown of Nashua.
That being said, I made a mistake. Brian McHale is at third for Team Nashua, and Nunez is the third baseman for Team Dodgers. But we'll get to that defensive line. Currently, you do have the pitcher Dawson hurling to Kaufel, the catcher. From third to first, Nunez, Rinaldi, Haas, Berardo, and from left to right, Costello, Faircloth, and Delacari for the Pittsfield Suns. And the All-Star Game for Team Nashua, they're bringing out the right fielder and first baseman out into center and Faircloth.
Indeed, we haven't seen Faircloth in center as a Pittsfield Sun, so I was quite intrigued when I found out that they would be starting him there tonight.
Well, you have seen Dylan Faircloth with top 10 in the world plays.
Indeed we have.
Catching a ball as he shatters the right field wall. And then the other one, he just leans on it and breaks it. Well, he broke the bracket on it.
Alexander White would have been proud.
Alexander White, of course, a line shot down the left field line. He grabbed it, then shattered the brackets, and the whole entire wall had to be replaced.
Yeah, it didn't shatter it. He obliterated the wall.
So the final warm-up pitch here for Luke Dawson will be getting underway again from Nashua. He's a senior out of Bentley University. He's going to be taking off against the second baseman, number 10, Edward Haas.
Haas, in 14 games, .392 batting average from Worcester, 20 for 51 with 14 ribbies. Scored 16 times with 13 walks to just 3 strikeouts. Good for a .500 on-base percentage. Also, kind of a runner as he's 4 for 5 in stolen bases on the year.
.500 on-base percentage.
Which is extremely solid, if I do say so.
Here is the first pitch, and that one runs low to Haas for a count of 1-0. Yeah, a .500 on-base percentage, .510 in his last 10, as if he couldn't get any higher on that list. That is quite a line.
Well, he's here at the All-Star Game for a reason, particularly hitting leadoff at the All-Star Game.
Pitch is fouled back. Now 1-1 strike here to Edward Haas of Worcester. The senior out of St. Mary's College in California. Dawson with the windup and the pitch. This one to chopper over to third, and this one eats up Nunez. He gathers it, throws over to first, and makes the play. What an all-star throw by Ivan Nunez.
Not such an all-star pick, but an all-star recovery at that to avoid the E5 with a good throw on the first.
This will bring out the shortstop, number 13, Chris Rinaldi, batting in from the right-hand side.
And look at Rinaldi out of Worcester, a .366 hitter with 5 doubles, a triple, and a homer. Driven in 12 runs with 11 walks to 22 strikeouts, a .419 on-base percentage, but he is a perfect 10 for 10 this year in stolen bases.
First pitch, that one runs low to Rinaldi. The count here is 1-0. We got an absolutely fantastic recovery there by Ivan Nunez, who grounded out to his own position. This one is chopped foul. And the count now 1-1 here to Chris Rinaldi. The pitch. That one kind of fools Rinaldi there. That one clearly in there, but he kind of ducked out of the way. Let's see this. Oh, what a fantastic curve. Again, loving the little 10-second delay that we have here to see.
Wish we had that at Wacona Park.
1-2. That one runs low and away. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, let's see where that pitch was. Oh, yeah, well low and out.
You're really enjoying that,
I am
aren't you?
enjoying this probably too much.
Enjoy it while you can.
I absolutely will. Holmen Stadium, one of my favorite ballparks outside of Pittsfield, of course, as here's the 2-2 from Dawson. A chopper in between first and second. Diving as a first baseman off his glove. No throw over to first. That will go down as an infield single.
Good, well fielded defensively, but just not much you can do on a play like that. Well hit from Rinaldi. He gets on the first for the infield single.
And so we'll bring up the right fielder, number 15, the home run derby runner-up, Michael Delacari.
Delacari out of Worcester, a .331 hitter, 8 doubles with 3 triples, goes 6 homers, 28 ribbies to 34 runs scored. With 10 walks to 20 strikeouts, he's also got a .416 on-base percentage, and he's 10 for 13 on stolen bags, so watch out for him if he gets on base.
Here's the pitch. That one runs outside against the lefty Delacari. Down here is 1-0.
I really like the camera work on that, too. It's just beautiful.
Yes, that's hopefully we can get that next year. As here is the 1-0 from Dawson. He checks first, and now from the stretch, this one's over to second. This could be 2. A flip over to short for 1, over to first for a 4-6-3 double play. That will end the inning.
As basic as they come. Welcome to the All-Star Game.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
We'll be right back with more FCBL All-Star Game action here at Holmen Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. A special edition of Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
The world famous.
Are you prepared in the event of a disaster? I'm Jim Cantori, reminding you that the best way to make your family safer is to be prepared before disaster strikes. First, build a disaster supply kit with enough supplies for each family member for at least 3 days. Next, make a family communication or evacuation plan. Finally, stay informed. Listen to local radio and TV reports when disasters are imminent. For more information on how you can be Red Cross ready, contact your local American Red Cross chapter or visit redcross.org.
Hi, we're talking to real smokers about quitting. Tell me when you smoke and why you smoke.
Eat, cigarette, kids, cigarette, dinner, another cigarette.
One on my way to lunch, one after lunch.
And another cigarette, and another cigarette.
Have you tried to quit?
Yes. I become angry.
It ain't that easy. You can't just quit cold turkey. I tried.
What would you do different?
Actually having a plan and thinking it through.
You have to relearn how to live your life without a cigarette in your hand.
With the right plan, you can quit smoking. Free at becomeanx.org. X, a new way to think about quitting. Brought to you by X and the Ad Council.
New pitch in the ball game. We can expect this to happen pretty often. It is from the Bristol Blues, Emmett Sheehan. 8 appearances, half of them starts. He holds a 2-2 record, hurling 27 innings, giving up 22 hits, 9 earned runs with 19 walks, with 33 strikeouts, and a flat 3 ERA.
So we will begin this inning by being at the top of the second with a designated hitter number 35, Mac Chelly.
Mac Chelly, a Worcester Braveheart. He has played 32 games with Worcester this year, 2.99 average, 11 doubles with a triple, blasted 7 homers, driven in 19 runs with 15 walks, 35 strikeouts, Also has a .431 on-base percentage.
First pitch, and that one runs high and in here to Chelly, and now the count here is 1-0. Here is the pitch, as this one is, I think that one was fouled off. Yes, it was. The count will now run to 1-1 strike. And I love this camera being right here where I can actually see it for a 5-second delay. Here's the pitch. That one, look out. That one runs high and in. And the ball goes right back to the pitcher.
And now we'll watch it on our TV here.
Yeah, that one somehow got all the way back. The catcher there, Kelly, tried to stop it, but to no avail. It goes right back over to the pitcher. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I think I might be enjoying this too much myself, Billy.
Pitch runs low and in, and that one's low. Now 3-1. Here's the windup from Sheehan, the 3-1. That one in on the hands over our heads. And that one's fouled up, bringing it full now 3-2.
Well, Billy,
I parked far enough away. Don't worry, I parked far enough away.
Well, Billy, I treated myself to a souvenir shirt earlier today, but I would not mind another souvenir in the form of a foul ball if it should happen to come to us today.
Well, that one fouled off, and that one went into the stands. It will remain 3-2 here from Sheehan to Chelly, as he has a sign, winds, and deals. The payoff is a humpback liner. That one hops going to the shortstop. A throw over to first there from Hathaway, and there is one gone.
The catcher from the Brockton Rocks, number 7, Kelly.
That will bring up the catcher, number 7, Jack Kelly.
From Brockton, Jack Kelly in 19 games has a .291 average at 16 of 55 with a few doubles at 4 with 1 triple and a couple homers, driven in 14 runs on 13 walks with 13 strikeouts on the year.
Here's a windup from Sheehan, and the pitch. Just outside, barely. For a ball, the count 1-0. Jack Kelly, a catcher and designated hitter. Here's the pitch, also outside, now 2-0.
Not exactly a threat to steal, per se. Of course, catcher's legs and all, but a threat to do just about anything else.
He has gone 0 for 1 with the stolen base attempt. Here, the 2 are also outside, now 3-0. Going to be holding off on this pitch here. For Kelly, his last 10 games saw him bat .294, 10 for 34, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 5 RBI. Pitch is in there, called strike. 6 runs, 7 walks, 9 strikeouts. On-base percentage of .405, with his season total on-base percentage at .429. That's quite a high number. That one cut on and fouled off, and now the count runs from 3-0 to 3-2 full.
And again, I wonder, how they look at that, Billy, at the TV screen. They really do up the camera angles beautifully. I wish I knew how they did that. That's just great. I love it.
Well, we'll see about next year, Andrew.
I wish.
Here's payoff. That one also fouled off. And the count now 3-2. Emmett Sheehan facing off against his second batter. Here's the wind, and again the payoff. Called strike 3 on the inside corner.
And I think he knew it the whole way. You can tell by his body language.
Great location there as this brings up the center fielder, number 14, Joe Lamuccio.
Lamuccio from Brockton, a .319 hitter, 6 doubles with as many triples. He's blasted a round tripper with 15 ribbies, scored 21 runs on 6 walks to 29 strikeouts. Not a beautiful ratio, but what is a good ratio is when he gets on base, he's 10 for 11 in stolen bags, so watch out for him on the base paths.
Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball. Oh, beautiful curveball there from Sheehan. Let's watch that again.
Oh, yes. Oh, let's watch it again. Yes, please.
Oh, the drop.
Oh, I love that. That
was a fantastic 11-5 curveball there from Sheehan. Here's the next pitch. Fastball down the right field line. Charging here is the right fielder Johnson as well as the first baseman, but it goes foul. Now 0-2.
A little bit out of his reach on that one. And it's not to say, Billy, that regular season action is uncompetitive, because it's certainly not. But you can just tell that this is the FCBL's best right here. Like, these are the best of the best in the FCBL.
Here's a windup from Sheehan and the 0-2. Oh, beautiful breaking ball again, a curve. It's dropped. They'll throw it to first in time, and that will end the inning. So with that, it's a strikeout swinging 2-3, ends the inning. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Through 1.5 here in the All-Star game, we head to the bottom of the second with the Nashua team leading the Dodger team by a score of 1-0. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
Home safety is a family effort. Being safe and sound should be everyone's priority. In times like these, theft and violence can strike anywhere. Protect your family. Keep your home well lighted and always lock doors and windows. Installing alarms adds an extra level of protection. Never leave valuables in plain sight. To learn more about protecting your home and family, visit ncpc.org or contact your local law enforcement agency.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game.
Now entering the fray is Nashua's Silver Knights pitcher Brandon Dufault. And in 6 starts this year, Dufault holds a 2-1 record and 29 innings pitched, yielding 23 hits, 9 runs, 5 earned, walked 9 to 32 strikeouts, an incredible ratio when paired with a sturdy 1.10 walks and hits per inning pitched.
Yeah, his whip is microscopic, really.
Yes. Especially when you consider it with a beautiful strike-to-walk ratio. And he's about to pitch to his teammate as well.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. This is going to be
It will
fun.
be the 2018 FCBL Home Run Derby winner, Jake LaBelle. How fitting.
How fitting indeed. And for LaBelle, of course, winning the Home Run Derby, he is also a .386 hitter, 27 for 70, with 7 doubles, 4 homers, with 22 ribbies, 12 runs scored with 9 walks, struck out 16 times, with a .469 on-base percentage. And the fans are just ravenous. I can barely hear myself speak.
Yeah, they love, these fans love them some Jake LaBelle, the senior out of NYIT.
I'm basically having to yell to hear myself over them. It's great. The atmosphere is awesome here.
Will he continue his home run showing, Andrew?
Against his teammate? I don't know. Let's find out.
From the stretches, Dufault. And the pitch. Fastball runs low and outside.
Well, not with a pitch like that. And, of course, given that that Dufault is LaBelle's teammate, he knows, like, hey, can't give this guy a meatball or he'll make me pay.
Well, if you're going to give up a homer, might as well be the ultimate teammate, right?
I guess.
All kidding aside, this one ripped down the right field line, foul.
You can also use his bragging rights in the clubhouse if you strike him out, So either way you look at it. Either way you look at it. Like, you won the home run derby, but then I struck you out.
See, now you're throwing gas into the fire, as this one is a chopper towards short. Rinaldi gloves. He'll throw over to first in time, 1 gone.
Well, no strikeout, but no homer. I think you can kind of call it a win-win.
So bring up the third baseman, number 2 from the Pittsfield Suns, Brian McHale.
Pittsfield Sun, Brian McHale, a .297 hitter in 31 games played, 12 doubles, a homer to go with 14 ribbies, 19 runs scored, walked 13 times, 17 strikeouts, with a .368 on-base percentage.
Brian McHale leads the league in doubles with 12.
Well-deserved appearance here in the All-Star game.
Dufault with a pitch. That one, well overthrown. This one goes low and away.
Let's go, Nashua. What's your chops?
Dufault from the stretch. Works exclusively from. Pitch is also low and away. From the stretch, Dufault with the 2-0. Outside, now 3-0. So McHale's going to have a free pitch here. As we look at McHale, pretty good line on him there. 282 in his last 10 games, 11 for 39, 4 doubles, attributing to a third of his total. 5 RBI, 6 runs called strike there, 3-1. 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, 370 on-base percentage, and he stole a bag as well. McHale also up there in average. Pitch outside, and that one's going to bring the first walk of the ball game.
To Brian McHale, a Pittsfield son, nonetheless.
From the Nashville Silver Knights, number 17, Jeff Costello.
Well, looking at Jeff Costello, who was just introduced by our PA, the Nashua Silver Knight, a 291 hitter, 3 doubles with a triple, a trio of homers as well with 11 runs driven in, scored 25 times himself, 12 walks to 14 strikeouts, and look out for him on the base paths should he get there. He is 9 for 10 in stolen bases.
Well, right now on the base paths, you have Sullivan holding his own teammate on the bag.
Oh, boy. Another potential bragging rights situation.
Runner leads off. This one, a slow chopper down to a knee, but it's fouled off. For Jeff Costello, the left fielder.
You know, we dropped divisions, and obviously it's not East versus West, but things like a teammate pitching to the home run derby winner and Sullivan holding his teammate on first are what I appreciate about this All-Star game.
This one, you're going to appreciate that. It's a line shot in the right, and rounding second here is going to be McHale, and runners are going to be on the corners here with only one man gone.
And McHale basically gets to jog over to third.
So bring up the catcher number 8, Brett Koffel.
For a Worcester Braveheart in 27 games, he is a 283 hitter, 4 doubles with a triple, 4 homers, and 27 ribbies. He's also scored 21 times, walking 18 times, just 13 strikeouts on the season.
Look at this. Just look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Watch right here.
What is that? What is that? No, really, what is that? What is it? What?
You haven't heard of the legend.
Oh, boy.
All right, it is going to be, again, Brett Koffel. There's runners on the corners and one man gone. Here's the pitch. The one runs low and away for a ball. Count here is 1-0.
Later, Billy, I'm going to force you to tell me what that was.
Looking at Koffel, his last 10 games, averaging roughly around his, average. Season 283 better, 281 in his last 10 games. But on-base percentage in the last 10 games, 429, nearly 1/2. Big cut and miss there from Koffel. And now the count is now 1 ball, 1 strike with one man gone. From the stretch. There you go. Runner goes. This one lifted into left. Going back here is Costello. He will make the grab. And it looks like the runner will score. So that'll go down as a sacrifice fly for Brett Koffel. And now it is all tied up at 1 run apiece.
Of course, Brian McHale, the Pittsfield Sun, the very, 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 very early tying run. Just for those who are keeping track.
First baseman, number 9, Ryan Berardino.
Ryan Berardino, the National
excuse me.
A 325 hitter with 9 doubles, a triple, and a homer. Driven in 12 runs, a couple walks with 11 strikeouts, and a 358 on-base percentage.
So credit Koffel with the RBI. Runner leads off first, that being Costello. Pitch. Runs high and in. Now the count here is 1-0. I think you can tell who the division, or I should say just the overall rival is here, Andrew.
Really? Are you sure about that?
Well, we got a couple of passionate fans right in front of our crowd, Mike. And
I enjoy it. I'm thoroughly amused by it. Thoroughly.
Pitch is low. Now it's 2-0.
Worcester chokes.
Well, you bought a ticket. You're entitled to your opinion.
You certainly are. And for my amusement, I would encourage you to continue expressing your opinion.
Pitch runs low and away now, 3-0 again. Well, not saying that they don't choke, but Brett Koffel just brought in the game-tying run.
Yeah. I'm guessing
Tomato, you're entitled to your own opinion.
I'm guessing the Nashua fan would have liked him to maybe single in the run or double instead of sack fly. But, well, let's not be nitpicky. He brought in the run.
It'll be a 3-0 count. The pitch does hit in there at the knees. Count now is 3-1 for Dufault to Berardino. Looking at Dufault as well. Last 5 appearances only gave up 8 runs, 4 earned, however, a 1.08 whip. As the runner goes, this one slapped into dead center. Faircloth will get underneath that one and collect the catch for the final out of the inning.
And look who's leading off the next inning.
Very, very true. Well, that being for the home team, but now we go to the visitor side. In the inning, 1 run does come in off of 1 hit. No errors and 1 man left. We now head through 2 full innings of play to the top of the 3rd with Team Nashua and Team Dodgers all tied up at 1-1. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Did you know the 3rd leading cause of fire deaths for older adults is cooking? Hi, I'm Rob Neal from the United States Fire Administration with important fire safety tips for seniors. Never leave cooking unattended because a serious fire can start in seconds. Don't wear loose clothing while cooking. Keep towels and pot holders away from the range. Double check the kitchen before you go to bed or leave your home. This message is brought to you by the United States Fire Administration, your local fire department, and this radio station.
New pitcher in the ball game here. That will happen a lot today. From the Brockton Rocks, that is Jack Mahala. Mahala on the year, 9 relief appearances with a 1-0 record. Got a couple saves in the ledger with 22 2/3 hurled. He's given up 28 hits. Been able to damage control pretty effectively. 8 runs, just 5 earned. Walked 11 with 16 strikeouts. A high whip at 1.72, but a low ERA at 1.98. And he will pitch, of course, to Pittsfield Suns' Dylan Faircloth.
So he's actually going to be hurling to left fielder number 3, Colin Shapiro.
A blast from the past for the National Pride, the former PA announcer, Ken Cato.
So it'll be the left fielder number 3, Colin Shapiro, digging in.
For Nashua in the 3rd inning. Wireless venue charge. Number 3, Colin Shapiro.
First pitch is in there to Shapiro for a called strike, 0-1.
Shapiro, a .377 hitter, 4 doubles, 9 ribbies, scored 25 times to 22 walks to just 9 strikeouts with a beautiful .551 on-base percentage.
Pitch misses outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Shapiro, leading off in the top of the 3rd. It's all knotted up 1 run apiece between the Nashua team and the Dodger team here in the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game, as that one is fouled off left field side. Count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here is the next pitch, also outside. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Colin Shapiro.
Great waist pitch on that one, trying to get him to chase outside. Difficult to pull that off in the All-Star game, but, well, a good waist pitch nevertheless.
Pitch, that one's not going to do it. Well high. Now it's full 3-2.
And clearly, Billy, with all these substitutions happening, you're not really thinking, FCBL regulations say you can only throw blah, blah, blah pitches per inning because, everyone is getting relieved every single inning. So, you can kind of take your time, throw a good few pitches to some guy because, next inning I'll be out of the ball game anyway. So as long as I put up a 0, it doesn't really matter how I get there.
There's going to be 10 pitchers here in this ball game,
yes,
with 3 pitchers hurling 2/3 of an inning. That way, just to even it out, everyone
Yes.
gets a little bit.
Yes.
Mahala with the windup and the payoff. Beautiful curveball there. That one drops in for called strike 3.
Beautiful one at that, and that's how we know him from Wacona, from the Suns encounters with the Rockets of Wacona Park. That is how we know Jack Mahala. Beautiful stuff.
So bring up the second baseman. Number 8, Ian Osberg. He struck out swinging to begin the ball game.
Get another chance to redeem himself here, however. I imagine that this will probably be his last plate appearance at the ball game, most likely.
This one fouled off of the batter, Osberg.
I mean, you don't typically at least see more than 2 appearances from a plate appearances from a starter. Although, like the lower end in the order guys, like they probably only get 1 because they tend to make their second plate appearance later in the ball game. You know what I mean?
We'll certainly see as this one is also chopped foul, and the count now 0-2. 83 on the changeup. This one lifted towards third and foul territory. The shortstop will call off the third baseman, and it looks like that will be Hathaway to collect the out.
The shortstop from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, number 10, Kellen Hathaway.
Kellen Hathaway struck out swinging his last time up as well. Pitch runs low for a ball. And the count here is 1-0. Actually, that was Rinaldi. I did it again.
I don't blame you, Billy. I'm probably going to do that a dozen times tonight myself.
In there for a called strike.
And yeah, just noticing, Billy, they're clocking pitch speeds up on the scoreboard. I'm really impressed by that.
Pitch runs away. 2 balls, 1 strike, 87 miles an hour on that pitch.
In general, I'm just really impressed by this facility as a whole. Thinking to myself, like, can I take this back to Wacona Park, please?
That one lifted as a seeing-eye single going into left field there for Hathaway.
Ripped shot, hard contact, finding the hole in the infield. Easy base hit for Hathaway for a little bit of 2-out hitting.
Right fielder from the Brockton Rock, number 13, Matt Johnston.
Matt Johnson with a solo homer his last time up.
Off a different pitcher nonetheless, but looking to repeat history himself here.
This one a high fly ball into shallow right center. The right fielder lost the ball, but the center fielder will try to grab it. He does not. No one gets the ball. A throw in is well offline, and that one's going to score a run for an RBI double. Matt Johnston again with a big hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yes, Matt Johnston with a big hit, but part of that was a little bit of miscommunication on the defense because 9 out of 10 times that's a long fly out. So, yeah, of course, we're going to credit Matt Johnston with an RBI double on the play. But I credit that more to the defense than I do Matt Johnston. Nevertheless, a good clutch hit.
Here's Patrick Sullivan to single his last time up, opposite field into left.
See if he can replicate that result.
Here's the first pitch. Another curveball there, 75-mile-an-hour curve to Sullivan. Called strike. Next pitch, cut on and missed.
Ooh.
And now it's 0-2.
Brutal swing on that one. Kind of swung when the ball was already in the catcher's mitt. He was so late. Ooh.
Here is the 0-2. Curve, 77-mile-an-hour, dropped too far low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I wonder how it is they're like clocking these pitches.
There's a radar cutting right over across the press box here.
Oh, what do you know?
1-2. That one misses outside.
That's cool.
Mahala with the pitch. This one down the left field line, and that one runs foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. 2 hits in the inning. A single for Hathaway, then the second baseman, or I should say a double by right fielder Matt Johnson with an RBI factor as, well, the right fielder there was not able to track that one down, that being Delacari. This one chopped foul. He will stay alive with a 2-2 count. Here's a pitch, another curve, and this one drops too far low. 78-mile-an-hour pitch.
Well, we're used to seeing this from Sullivan this year, taking a lot of pitches, running up the pitch count, albeit not particularly helpful even the All-Star game, but still running up the pitch count, taking a lot of tough pitches.
This one in on the hands, and this will go to the second baseman. Throw over to first. It's low, but it's in time, and that will end the inning.
Would have been ball 4 on that one. An uncharacteristic swing from Sullivan.
So a 4-3 putout ends the inning. 1 run off of 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We now head through 2.5 to the bottom of the third, with the Nashua team leading the Dodger team by a score of 2-1. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Salagadoola, metricaboola, bibbidi bobbidi.
You must be your fairy godmother. Yes.
It doesn't take a fairy godmother to tell you that the right fit means everything.
Good heavens, child. You can't go in that.
Children under 4'9" need to be in a booster seat because they aren't ready for adult safety belts alone. Many parents miss the important step of booster seats.
Maybe you better explain things to him.
Booster seats raise your child up so that a safety belt designed for adults will fit and protect them properly.
Oh, that does make a difference.
Remember that 4'9" is the magic number, and get your little pumpkin there safely in a booster seat.
Hop in, my dear. Oh, thank you.
And like Cinderella, you can live happily ever after.
It's like a dream. A wonderful dream come true.
For more information, visit boosterseat.gov. This has been a message from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
The following commercial is sponsored by feedthepig.org, an organization devoted to helping you save money. We will not entice you with messages like
lowest prices in town, dealer approved, certified pre-owned.
Nor will we brag about our
huge selection, enormous variety.
We will offer no contingencies like
see store for details. Legal exclusions apply.
Because we simply want to help you spend smarter and save better. Log on to feedthepig.org. Find the benefits of saving for every stage of life. Brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Crystal Blue, number 21, Richard Larison.
New pitcher in the ball game here. That looks like it's number 21, Richard Brereton. Brereton actually used out of the bullpen a lot, in addition to being a stalwart cog of the Bristol Blues lineup. Appeared in 6 games, 1 a start, 11 2/3 hurl, giving up 6 hits, 2 earned runs, while walking 7 and striking out 18. A 2-1 record with a save and a 1.54 ERA.
Dylan Faircloth will lead things off. He is in center field today, donning number 16.
Billy, we did not expect Brereton to be in the All-Star game as a pitcher. This is coming as some surprise. Nevertheless, looking at
Here's the
Faircloth.
first pitch, down foul. The count here 0-1.
On the season for the Pittsfield Suns, a .298 hitter with 7 doubles, a couple homers with 18 ribbies, scored 18 times to 10 walks and 16 strikeouts.
Here is the 0-1. This one snared towards short. Right there is Hathaway. He'll throw over to first. High throw, but in time. So that will bring down Faircloth and bring up the top of the order. Second baseman number 10, Edward Haas.
Number 10, Edward House.
He is 0 for 1 at ground out to third his last time up. That being Nunez. Here's a pitch. Curveball and a beauty there from Brereton. Called strike 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That one runs low. 86-mile-an-hour fastball makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. Brereton with the windup and the pitch. Misses inside on the 76-mile-an-hour changeup. Count now 2 balls, 1 strike. From the set, Brereton has a sign, winds, deals. A 2-1. Fastball low, 86-mile-an-hour. Shortstop number 13, Chris Rinaldi on deck. A single towards first, his first time up. As this one runs in, and that will walk House. Bringing up said Rinaldi.
Pretty straightforward. 4 consecutive takes on that one from House, who never even really had to think about them.
For Rinaldi, his last 10 games, he's been red hot because his last 12, he has gotten a hit. A 12-game hitting streak here for Chris Rinaldi. Last 10, however, a 422 hitter, 19 for 45, 2 doubles, 4 RBI, 17 runs, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts, an on-base percentage of .481 as the first pitch is in there, a called strike. Also 5 for 5 on stolen bases, which is half of his season total in 28 games of 10 for 10. Perfect on the base paths. Pitch runs well in, and that'll be a ball here for Rinaldi. Not sure if any of you out there are familiar with Dakota Park. Here's the 1-1 foul back. Count is now 1-2. Yes, Andrew said it many times off the air. We are not having a sun delay. It is a fantastic night for baseball. We will not have, of course, a sun delay. Only at Wacona Park does that happen.
Yeah, nothing. I don't see any sun in the sky right now.
Curveball just misses outside on the 76-mile-an-hour curve.
We should probably be good to dodge the delay today, Billy, I think.
I think that's a sound argument. Here's Brereton with the 2-2. That one chopped over towards third, foul. And we'll go again from 2-2.
If we were back at Wacona Park, we would be getting one around right now, usually.
Yeah, roughly. So again, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 man gone in the bottom of the third. The Nashua All-Star lead the Dodger All-Stars a score of 2-1 as this one's an inside-out swing. Goes off the top of a fence and goes foul. And that one's going to be a souvenir. And what kind of souvenir? An all-star ball souvenir.
Kind of low-key hoping we get one up here.
Hey, you watch your tone.
I said low-key.
Yeah, low-key as in no-key. Not just talking about Pittsfield Suns closer and reliever Mike No-Key saying, please no. Chopper foul again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, it remains.
That would have to be quite the trick shot, though.
Yes, it would. Then again, it's always a trick shot if any ball gets into a press box.
That is true, yes. I mean, look at this, it's not a humongous little window right here, you know?
Very true. Once again, the 2-2. This one a high drive into left center field. Going back are the left fielder and center fielder Shapiro and Lamuccio. And this one is caught by Lamuccio deep in left center field at the warning track.
A beautiful rundown from Lamuccio, staying focused on it, finding it in the air, perfectly covering it, getting it on the dead run. This is the All-Star game for you right here. I feel like any other game, that would have gone down for a double.
The right fielder, number 15, Michael Delacari. But first, there's going to be a new pitcher in the ballgame. Again, going 2/3 of an inning is Richard Brereton. Actually,
Maybe just a meeting on the mound?
I think so.
Huh. Well, okay then. Sounds good. I think Brereton predominantly used as a reliever with Bristol. It would have made sense for him to be lifted.
And he will be. It's a new pitcher. That is number 19, Kendall Pomeroy, will come in.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
For Nashua, from the Worcester Bravehearts, number 19, Kendall Pomeroy.
Well, as you just heard, Kendall Pomeroy from the Worcester Bravehearts, a right-handed hurler with a 1-1 record in 13 relief appearances, including a save. Pitched 25 in the third, giving up 25 hits, 14 runs, 10 earned, walked 6 to 31 strikeouts, an amazing ratio with a 1.22 whip and a pretty solid, albeit unspectacular, 3.55 ERA.
So a nice showing here.
It looks like he'll come out to face Michael Delicari.
Four starters here in the All-Star game for the Pittsfield Suns. So Kendall Pomeroy will get the nod here. Going 2/3 of an inning is Kendall Pomeroy.
From the Worcester Bravehearts, the right fielder, number 15, Michael Delicari.
My prediction was correct, it seems.
Indeed, looking at it, the Orioles have officially traded Manny Machado
to the LA Dodgers. My prediction team. I'm glad that actually once came to fruition. Pitch is in there for a call and strike. Beautiful curve there.
You did call LeBron going to the Lakers, though, so you've been having a pretty good summer.
Yes, I have. A lot of people going to LA. This one off the end of the bat, going right to the second baseman. Dodging that was the base runner, but right there is Osberg throwing over to Sullivan. That will end the inning. So ground out for 3 ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left. We head through 3 full. The Nashua All-Stars lead the Dodger All-Stars by a score of 2-1. It looks like the defensive replacements will come in here. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Did you know that every 2 seconds someone in America needs blood? Dr. Phil here, and I'd like to encourage you to donate blood through the American Red Cross. If you've never given before, now's a great time to start. If you've given before, do it again. It only takes about an hour, and your donation could make a life-saving difference. So contact the American Red Cross today. To make an appointment, call 1-800-GIVE-LIFE or visit givelife.org today. Thank you.
Are you prepared in the event of a disaster? I'm Jim Cantori, reminding you that the best way to make your family safer is to be prepared before disaster strikes. First, build a disaster supply kit with enough supplies for each family member for at least 3 days. Next, make a communication or evacuation plan. Finally, stay informed. Listen to local radio and TV reports when disasters are imminent. For more information on how you can be Red Cross ready, contact your local American Red Cross chapter or visit redcross.org.
New pitch in the ballgame, of course. That looks like it would be Chance Huff. Huff, a righty out of Martha's Vineyard. And he's made 9 appearances on the season, a 2-0 record with a save, 10 innings pitched, giving up 7 hits, an earned run with 5 walks and 12 strikeouts with a sharp 0.9 ERA.
Ivan Nunez is going to dig back in. He grounded out to his own position at third. His last time up, he, again, will crowd the inside part of the plate.
Easily the most distinguishing feature about what he does at the plate.
This one is fouled off, and the count here is 0-1.
Purple socks just like Flacco. Irrelevant.
Oh, boy, I love these fans.
Here's the windup from Huff, and the pitch to Nunez. Does catch the inside corner, which is rare against Nunez. 97-mile-an-hour fastball there from Huff.
Yeah, wow, that's a fastball.
Yeah, the sun may have gone down, but still bringing the heat there is Huff. It's an 0-2 count. And the pitch. This one, a check swing, goes foul. We'll go again from 0-2. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. Billy Madewell, Andrew Belargin at beautiful Holmen Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. We are in the top of the fourth. It is 2-1. The Nashua All-Stars lead the Dodger All-Stars.
Beautiful with a capital B. This place is great. It's been everything I've hoped it would be so far.
Taylor Mier currently a defensive replacement here, so he is at catcher. Pitch. Oh, big cut and miss there from Nunez, and that'll be strike 3.
Mier framing his way to getting Nunez struck out on that one. Now that's a teammate for you.
Taylor Mier. And the designated hitter from the Worcester Greyhounds, number 35, Matt Shelley.
So designated hitter number 35, Matt Shelley, will dig in. Grounded out to short his last time up. Here is the pitch from Huff. That one hits him. Well, he's going to get on base at least once here in the FCBL All-Star Game, but I don't think the way he wanted to.
No, not at all, really. Not quite what he had in mind when he got the invite to the All-Star Game.
But, you know, hell, I think he'll take it.
I mean, gets base runners.
So here's Jack Kelly, struck out looking on the 7th pitch of his last at-bat. Waiting for the pitch, and here it is. That one high and away against the lefty Kelly, and the count is 1-0.
Kelly not really a threat to steal at this point as he's yet to attempt one this season. But, you know, he is dancing around at first, but it would be kind of far-fetched to imagine he'll try and steal.
Pitch. That's in there on the lower inside corner. Called strike from Huff. Just barely hit the corner.
Short of that plunker, of course, Huff is displaying great command. Of course, other than that plunker.
Check on first and twice. And now from the set in stretch. Pitch just misses the lower outside corner. Looks like it was just outside. Check on first, a double take. And now from the set. Huff checking on first and the pitch. Chopper headed to third. This could be 2. A flip over to second for 1 and over to first. It's high and in time. A 5-4, 3-2 for 1 will bring the end of the inning. So that being said, in the inning, no runs off, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We now head through 3.5 to the bottom of the 4th as the Nashua All-Stars lead the Dodger All-Stars by a score of 2-1. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Getting your child home safely
Cat your views together 3 times.
is just a click away.
There's no place like home.
But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared in the event of a disaster? I'm Jim Cantori, reminding you that the best way to make your family safer is to be prepared before disaster strikes. First, build a disaster supply kit with enough supplies for each family member for at least 3 days. Next, make a family communication or evacuation plan. Finally, stay informed. Listen to local radio and TV reports when disasters are imminent. For more information on how you can be Red Cross ready, contact your local American Red Cross chapter or visit redcross.org.
I have a passion for the environment. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. We monitor commercial vessels, making sure our ports and waterways are safe and clean from oil or other hazardous material. We patrol our fisheries, protect marine wildlife and their habitats. With all we do, it's about protecting America.
Were you born ready to protect America? Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Massachusetts Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hitter from the Nashua Silver Knights, number 35,
So Kendall Pomeroy will come back out. Again, only had 1/3 of an inning, so this will be, well, practically going to be waiting for one out that he is going to be replaced. Jake LaBelle last time, grounded up to short. He is the 2018 FCBL Home Run Derby champion. As the first pitch. Big fly ball deep to left field, and you can kiss this one goodbye. Continuing his onslaught of homers is Jake LaBelle of Nashua, and it ties up the ball game at 2 runs apiece.
And again, I thought the home run derby already happened, but, well, I guess I was wrong. Liberal just destroys this thing, and that one, a moonshot right off the bat, never a doubt, tying the ball game up in style.
So I'll bring up the third baseman, number 2, Brian McHale.
number 2, Brian McHale.
What a moonshot by LaBelle.
What else is new? He did plenty of that during the Derby.
Pitch runs in for a ball to count here 1-0. They're going to have trouble finding that one. That one easily 400, probably even 420 feet.
I wouldn't even bother trying to find it. I would just say, like, okay, they don't pay me enough to do this.
Back-to-back pitches run in. It is 2-0. Kale only saw 1 strike thus far, 4 balls, make it now 5 and 6 and 7. Pitch upstairs now 3-0 for the second straight time to McHale.
He's going to be enjoying this. Although, I bet he would also like to have a pitch he can hit, too.
Very true. Pitch, of course, is in there on a 3-0 holding dead red. This one is chopped foul. Did that pitch speed just say 42?
Well, obviously that's like I think they're probably just counting like a weak foul ball or something.
Or the throw back over to the pitcher.
Yeah, or something
probably
like that. It's obviously not the actual pitch itself.
Here's the payoff, runs in again, and McHale's going to see a second trip over to first with back-to-back walks.
I mean, hey, he'll take him. A perfect on-base percentage in the All-Star game, that's pretty solid.
So left fielder number 17, Jeff Costello, he slapped a single into right field.
I believe that single brought McHale over to third before he was scored later in the inning. Perhaps history will repeat itself.
Here's the pitch. And runs high and in. More high than in. Count here is 1-0. The runner goes. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled back.
Classic hit and run attempt.
And for McHale, looking at his line, he's only attempted 4 stolen bags on the season, and he was half and half on them being successful, 2 for 4.
Clearly more of a hit and run attempt rather than a, okay, go swipe second type try.
Now a step off the rubber there from Pomeroy. He's 1 out away from being replaced here in the All-Star game, only scheduled to pitch 2/3, as here's the next pitch that also runs in. Now 2 balls and 1 strike.
Of course, at some point he has to get that next out, which he's had a lot of trouble doing as his command has been a bit spotty this inning.
Giving up a big solo shot to who else? Jake LaBelle. Here's the 2-1. Runs in, a pickoff throw over to first. A high throw, but right there is Sullivan to prevent the error. It was a called strike, and a pickoff throw over to first was unsuccessful.
Who other than Sullivan to make a great pick like that? That's why he's here.
Yeah, well, that in his frame, as well as how successful he's been doing on the diamond.
Well, yeah, that stuff helps too.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on over to third. Nunez will throw over to second for one. Over to first, not in time. That'll go down as a 5-4 fielder's choice.
I find that to be kind of convenient. Like, oh, he's only going to pitch one more out. It looks like, oh, he's going to get the double play, so he's going to get one more out than he was scheduled to. But
yes.
No, not quite. No.
So 5-4, the fielder's choice. Taylor Mier will dig in, but there is a new pitcher on the ballgame. Why don't we give up the stats here for Taylor Mier?
Looking at Taylor Mier, of course, a solid season for the Suns backstop as he got all the way here to the All-Star Game. A 283 hitter, a couple doubles and 5 ribbies, 8 runs scored to 9 walks, struck out 14 times, and a solid 377 OBP.
New pitcher from Worcester. Again, with the numbers on the back being all the same, it's kind of hard for us to determine who it is. So we're just going to wait for the Worcester pitcher to turn around and show us his left sleeve. 39.
Let's see.
Dakota McFadden.
Dakota McFadden, the home run derby participant.
So he will face off against Mier.
Looking at McFadden, 10 appearances out of the pen, 13 innings hurled, giving up 11 hits, 3 earned runs with 6 walks to 14 strikeouts, and a 2.76 ERA.
What about his last 5 games that he has appeared in?
Looking at his last 5, he pitched 8 innings, giving up 7 hits, 3 earned with a trio of walks and 8 strikeouts, with a still solid 3.38 ERA. Substitution meets substitution as it looks like he will face off against Mier, and they will both be making their first respective appearances in this game.
Again, Taylor Mier coming in defensively for the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Then in the 7th, 8th, and 9th scheduled is going to be Oldham.
And I just love how McFadden, the pitcher, was in the home run derby earlier today. Not to say pitchers can't rake, but, well, of course, nobody really, expects them to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not necessarily Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah. No, not. I suppose not, no. Or if we want to get a little bit more, reaching, Madison Bumgarner.
I was going to say yes.
Or Andrew Kashner, who coincidentally has an over 250 batting average in his career.
Pitchers that can hit.
Or Brent Suter of the Milwaukee Brewers, who is also not exactly raking, but has a serviceable batting average of his own.
I'm a big fan of the non-DH. You already know that.
Yes, I sympathize with that feeling.
This one, a line shot right to his teammate. Nunez robbing Mier of a base hit on a line out.
Oh no, that's not fair. How are you going to do that to your own teammate? Oh, come on.
So Ryan Berardino will dig in. He flew out deep to center field his last time up.
Well, that's going to make for a bit of an awkward greeting when they see each other in the locker room.
Very true.
Like, oh, how are you gonna rob me of a base hit, man?
Big cut and miss there from Berardino.
Kind of a loose-ended swing on that one. He swung way under and was quite a bit early.
Awaiting the pitch, and here it is. 80 on the gun, and that one's high and away. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner goes as this one, a hit and run attempt is foiled with a foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Where a solo homer by the Home Run Derby champion Jake LaBelle makes it 2-2. The pitch well in to Berardino, and now the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Check on first here from McFadden. And the runner goes again. Swung on and missed. They got away from the catcher. 1 play to make. A throw over to first in time. The runner will advance, but well, if that, of course, the throw out to first makes it 3 out. So that run over to second, all for naught on the the KS-2-3. Now we'll end the inning. 4 complete. 1 run off of 1 hit. Again, the solo shot of Jake LaBelle. No errors and 1 man left. Through 4 full, we head to the top of the 5th. National All-Stars and Dodger All-Stars tied up at 2. Listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
The following commercial is sponsored by FeedThePig.org, an organization devoted to helping you save money. We will not entice you with messages like
lowest prices in town, dealer approved, certified pre-owned.
Nor will we brag about our
huge selection, enormous variety.
We will offer no contingencies like
see store for details. Legal exclusions apply.
Because we simply want to help you spend smarter and save better. Log on to FeedThePig.org. Find the benefits of saving for every stage of life. Brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
In times like these, violence in our schools is a reality, so it's important to know what to do if a dangerous situation arises, and also how to prevent it. Kids, never bring a weapon to school, and if you see a student with one, or even hear someone talking about having a weapon, report it immediately. If something doesn't seem right or look right to you, speak up. If someone you know is showing signs of anger, or if you are feeling out of control, tell someone. If you feel threatened or bullied, tell someone. Violent acts often start out as small disagreements. Tell a parent or teacher if you see an argument taking place. It's better to let someone know about a disagreement before it gets out of hand. Let's put an end to these tragedies. Ask your school to adopt an anti-violence program. Visit ncpc.org to learn more about how to keep your school safe. That's ncpc.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Back to live action. The first pitch is in there for a called strike. The center fielder, number 14, Joe Lamuccio.
And he is being pitched to by a new reliever in Neil McDermott, the heavy hurler from Bristol. 16 appearances with a 1-0 record, 12 saves, and 19 1/3 hurled, giving up 7 hits, 3 earned runs on 9 walks with 39 strikeouts, 0.83 whip, and a 1.39 ERA.
Last pitch was fouled off. It's 0-2.
Absolute flames from Neil McDermott. Effective flames at that, as he earned himself the All-Star bid with impeccable numbers.
McDermott with the windup and the 0-2. Inside out swing, and that one is going to run back. Count is 0-2.
I love watching McDermott hurl. This guy is...
I thought you were going to talk about loving to see Monkey Boy.
Well, looking at McDermott, I'm actually going to be looking to see what exactly he's hurling on that fastball over at the scoreboard, because he is really putting on the heat with that thing.
You give me the mile per hour. Pitch. Low and away.
Oh, you don't...
No, it didn't catch it. It didn't catch it. It was that fast where it didn't register.
Yeah, it was so fast that they called it a 43, which is
a throwback to the pitcher from the catcher. Here's the 1-2, the pitch. High fly ball going into deep left center field. Getting underneath this one is Costello, and he will collect the out.
Well, when it's so fast, you can only do so much to keep up with it. That thing well in on his hands would have been a definite called ball, but kind of looking to swing on something to defensively try to stay alive, and he ends up hitting something really, really high because he's so early on the swing, and it ends up being a very long flyout.
Lamuccio flew out to left at 90 miles an hour on the gun. Bring up the number 9 hitter, left fielder number 3, Colin Shapiro, batting from the left side. Swings to this one, foul, look out, it gets into the stands.
No protective netting over there. This is not Wacona Park.
Yeah, apparently not. That protective netting runs a little short there, looks.
And with Neil McDermott hurling absolute fire, that's the perfect storm. So people in the stands really got to look out for that sort of
big
thing.
Cut and miss there for strike number 2. Now it's 0-2.
I feel like that's faster than 90. When he really rears back and blows it by him, I feel like that's faster than just 90.
Pitch is fouled back. That's just not registering, it appears.
No, probably not. No.
It's that fast.
Incredible.
An 0-2 count as the pitch. That one goes into left field. Right there is Shapiro, and he will collect the out. 91 on the gun.
Kind of a weak, floaty fly ball there. And again, Shapiro and Lamuccio just struggling to keep up with anything McDermott is throwing them. Kind of just desperately hacking at something, trying to fight and stay alive on a 2-strike count. And they ultimately basically do the same thing.
There's a pinch hitter here. Just don't know who it is.
Number 2.
That's Drew DiMartino.
Well.
The vote in with over 20,000 votes. First pitch cut on and missed. So he'll come into pinch hit, then go at second base for Osberg.
DiMartino, a .303 hitter, 5 doubles with a couple homers, 18 runs driven in with 15 scored, walked 7 times, 19 strikeouts with a .370 OBP. Solid numbers, and that definitely earned him a bid to the All-Star game via the fan vote.
Called strike makes it 0-2, and McDermott with the 0-2 pops this one foul behind home plate.
Now that's a foul. Gee, that thing, I don't know if that thing could ever land.
Bring out that purple shirt. I want a picture. Yo, press box, Pete. How we doing? Bring the camera up here. Yo, picture right here.
Lifted high in the air towards right center field. Underneath this one is Johnston, and he will collect the out for the final out of the inning.
Well hurled.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We now head through 4.5 to the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 for the Nashua and Thatcher All-Star teams. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Give yourself the gift of a comfortable retirement by setting some cash aside for yourself. Saving a little of your monthly income can be as affordable as the average holiday gift. If retirement is near, you'll want to start saving right away. If you're younger, begin saving now, and compound interest will help your retirement funds snowball. A great way to figure out how much you'll need to save for retirement is to learn how much you'll get from Social Security. Do that in minutes at www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator.
Hi, we're talking to real smokers about quitting. Tell me when you smoke and why you smoke.
Eat, cigarette, kids, cigarette, dinner, another cigarette.
One on my way to lunch, one after lunch.
And another cigarette, and another cigarette.
Have you tried to quit?
Yes. I become angry.
It ain't that easy. You can't just quit cold turkey. I tried.
What would you do different?
Actually having a plan and thinking it through.
You have to relearn how to live your life without a cigarette in your hand.
With the right plan, you can quit smoking. Free at becomeanx.org. X, a new way to think about quitting. Brought to you by X and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared in the event of a disaster? I'm Jim Cantori, reminding you that the best way to make your family safer is to be prepared before disaster strikes. First, build a disaster supply kit with enough supplies for each family member for at least 3 days. Next, make a family communication or evacuation plan. Finally, stay informed. Listen to local radio and TV reports when disasters are imminent. For more information on how you can be Red Cross ready, contact your local American Red Cross chapter or visit redcross.org.
New pitcher in the ballgame. That is going to be Henry Ennin from Worcester. And in 5 appearances on the year, a 3-0 record in 4 starts, 28 in the third hurled, giving up 21 hits, 7 earned on 9 walks to 31 strikeouts, a great ratio, combined with a 1.06 walks and hits per innings pitched, which is even better. In addition to that, he has a sterling 2.22 ERA.
Henry Ennin. Leading off for the Dodgers, the center fielder from the Pittsfield Suns, number 6.
Be Dylan Fairclough, and his last plate appearance, more than likely last inning as well.
Good to see him get his second set of hacks.
Here's the windup and the pitch. Big cut and miss there from Fairclough. 85 on the fastball there for a minute. Andrew, the bat speed there from Faircloth. If only that was added to speed there. Pitch. That one runs low and away on the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
My thoughts exactly.
There's Gage Feeney walking around, enjoying the All-Star Game festivities. Pitch is inside. Count is now 2-1. Not sure if he heard me, but either way, I saw him. I'm going to text him. Driven, foul, first base side. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one is dribbled foul. Count is 2-2. Gage Feeney cheering on his teammates here. I think he's going to check his phone and see my text. Pitch. That one runs in. I almost got a piece of him. Now it's 3-2.
Got plenty of teammates to cheer on here at the All-Star Game.
Yes, he does.
And rightfully so.
Excuse me, 7 total. This one fouled back. We'll go again from full count 3-2. Here is a payoff, and it's low. Good eye there from Dylan Faircloth.
Fantastic plate vision from Faircloth. We're used to seeing that at Wacona Park, and he gets himself onto first.
The second baseman from the Worcester Bravehearts, number 10, Edward House.
So Edward House, and more than likely his last plate appearance, he is 0 for 1 with a walk.
Lasting pretty deep into the game for an All-Star game.
First pitch gets away from the catcher. That's a throw over to second, no throw. That'll go down as a wild pitch on the ball. Now the catcher here going to come out and talk things over here with the pitcher rep. Because the catcher talking with just the catcher is just quite crazy. Commissioner Chris Hall in attendance. Hard to not see him wearing the cargo shorts and the pink collar, as this one is in the dirt again. A throw over to third, not in time, standing up. So an interesting trip around the corners there from first to third for Faircloth. 2 balls, 2 wild pitches.
He does. He is, of course, a member of the Pittsfield Suns, representing the go-ahead run. Just wanted to point that out at the All-Star Game.
Pointing it out again. Yes, we know. The infield will come in here. Pitch is fouled off. Two and 1 to count here to Edward House at 8:30 local time. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball goes over his head. And the count now is 3-1. Here's the replay, Andrew. Again, gotta love this.
Oh,
TV.
yes. Oh.
Not so much over his head. More or less over the inside part of the plate.
Enough where he was well justified to duck down.
3-1. Hot shot going into left center field. It will drop for a base hit. And here comes the run home, and he will be in safely. Advancing to second will be Edward House on the RBI single in advancement for Edward House. And now it is the Dodger All-Stars who are leading for the first time tonight.
It's been a wild defensive inning for the Nashua All-Stars. I think Faircloth kind of just got second and third pretty much for free, and well, Edward House finally brings him home.
So an RBI single in advancement for House. This will bring up Chris Rinaldi. Pitch. Oh, that one. I don't know how that did not get him.
Yeah,
pitch is inside. Again, the replay, Andrew.
Yes, please.
He ducked, and it somehow got away.
Yeah, I was almost plunked him in the helmet.
Ennin checking second, and the 1-0. Lowe gets away from the catcher for a third time, and the third wild pitch.
Wow, Ennin has just been very wild, to say the least. That's a number of interesting pitches and another wild pitch. That's not very all-star-like of him.
Shortstop Rinaldi is 1 for 2 on the day with a single just off the glove of the first baseman. The pitch is in. Nearly gets away from the catcher for a fourth time, but he does corral it.
Jeez, maybe a meeting on the mound or something along those lines would be in order. Because then it is really having a rough go of things here.
Here's the pitch. Does hit the outside corner on the 3-0. And in with the 3-1. Kanata missed that for strike 2 from 3-0 to 3-2 full. Rinaldi has a full count. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Nashua All-Stars. 3 runs, 4 hits, no runs for the Dodger All-Stars. The pitch runs in and low as well, and that will be another walk. Runners on the corners, however. The right fielder, number 15, Michael Delicari.
2 walks, 3 wild pitches, and it's kind of having a rough time today. Doesn't really seem like he has it at the moment.
Pitch. That one's in there, called strike. Delicari 0 for 2. Both grounders over to second, but one was a double play variety. Looking to avoid that as this one curves in there for a called strike. 76-mile-an-hour curve, that is. And now strike 2. Beautiful backdoor curve. Pickoff motion over to first. Just to protect Rinaldi over there at first, making sure he's honest. Runner bluff goes as this one's in on the hands on the right field line. Fair ball. One run will score. They're going to test for a second. They will not have that, and runners will stay on the corners, but this one to the tune of an RBI single by Michael Delicari. It is now 4-2. The Dodger All-Stars lead it.
Not particularly hard hit, but finding the perfect hole in the defense there down the right field line.
Oh, boy. Here comes big fella Jake LaBelle.
Look out. The Nashua All-Star team is in trouble. With no outs on the board still.
And runners now go back to the corners here. So an RBI single by Michael Delicari. Good for his first hit of the ball game, of course, with an RBI variety in the All-Star game. Just a meeting here on the mound. Try to protect there, Ennin. Make sure he's got his stuff.
That does beg the interesting question, though, Billy. I know that pitchers are scheduled to throw, a certain amount. Like, this guy's going to throw 2/3, this guy's going to throw an inning, et cetera, et cetera.
I think it could be overruled, barring things getting out of hand.
Yes, I was going to say that could probably be the case here. If Ennin, had seriously struggled to get his 1/3 of an inning or 2/3 or however many he's supposed to get.
Jake LaBelle, a solo homer. He's 1 for 2. Big time for number 2, possibly. He's already got so many here today, especially with the home run derby. The pitch is low for a ball, 1-0.
Yes, in the event that LaBelle does get a hold of one, that could potentially do it for Enid.
A 1-0. That one also runs low. A good block there from the catcher. Going to go with a fresh baseball here. I gotta say, Andrew, I'm really starting to really fall in love with these, with this pen here. It's a 4-color pen with a stylus on the end of it. That's how you know my life is over.
Yeah.
Runner on first goes. This one driven deep to right center, but the right fielder is right there. They will throw in home and not get it. And the pitch gets away, but it's backed up by the pitcher. That'll go down as a sacrifice fly and another RBI by Jake LaBelle. 5-2, the Dodger All-Stars lead it.
LaBelle really just feeling it. It looked like he could drop down for a base hit, but LaBelle will have to settle for a sacrifice fly, but that extends the Dodgers' lead to 5-2.
We'll bring up the third baseman, number 2, Ryan McHale. 2 walks thus far with a run scored. And let's see if the walks will continue here, Andrew. Show the great plate discipline.
Let's see.
Pitch. That one just hits the inside corner, called strike. See the replay? Did it hit, Andrew?
I don't know about that one.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Definitely a much better vantage point on the TV than...
Again, loving this TV right next to us.
Yes, I actually thought that...
Runner on first goes. It is called for a ball. The throw over to second is not in time. Thought they had the pick there, but that'll go down as a stolen base first of the ball game for both teams. This one going to Delacari.
But anyhow, back to that first pitch, I was thinking in person, like, oh, that was an interesting call. I didn't think that was a strike. Then I looked at the TV. It's like, oh, okay, actually, that was obviously a strike. So appreciating the different vantage point on the TV.
Again, we're further away than normal.
Yes, we are. That does hinder my judgment.
This one flared out to right. Right fielder Johnson will collect it. They will test Delacari. A throw over to third is not in time. It's offline. So a runner will advance on the flyout. Did they catch him napping? Yes, they did.
What?
They caught him napping. So a fly out, F9. Delacari advances to third, and that will go down 9-5 as a double play. He got caught napping.
Oh, okay then. Yeah.
That'll go down 9-5 for a double play.
I'm pretty surprised at that.
As am I. There's going to be, it looks like, a new pitcher in the ball game here for the Dodger All-Star team as we've completed 5 full innings of play. But in the inning, in the bottom of the 5th, 3 runs off, 2 hits, no errors, nobody left. New pitcher in the ball game here for the Dodger All-Stars. We'll be right back. Actually, you know what? We're going to stay right here because, well, you got Monkey Boy there. Currently in play.
All right, Monkey Boy, let's go.
That is, I believe, number 39.
That would be Sam Jacobsack.
And it is. Well, this is the first player tonight that we actually have the correct number on the back of the jersey.
Yes. Hey, how about that? It is. I didn't think about that. Well, looking at Jacobsack from the Brockton Rocks. 6 appearances in the season, none starts as he is their closer. He has 1 save in that instance, 17 innings pitched in total, giving up 16 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 8 walks to 14 strikeouts with a 2.11 ERA. A relatively fresh face for Brockton, only 6 appearances in the season, but he made enough of an impression in those appearances to earn a bid to the All-Star game.
He'll be facing off against Kellen Hathaway, the shortstop.
Assuming he doesn't get replaced.
Well, it'd be nice if we actually, saw the number on the left sleeve, not the back.
It would be nice if everyone wasn't number 36.
Or 39.
Yes, or 39.
But then again, we are paying tribute to 2 great baseball legends, Roy Campanella and Don Newcombe. That being said, let's see who this ball player is. Got a 2 at the end of his number. Number 12.
So that is a replacement. That looks like it's Charlie Maxwell.
Yes, it is. Actually, it's not. It's the top of the 6th. That is Charlie Maxwell.
What? Yeah, that's a bit of a PA error right there, I do believe.
Pitch, high fly ball deep to left center field. Going back are the runners and the fielders. They will both bounce into the wall and a fly out to left.
Well, Maxwell from the Brockton Rocks on the year appeared in 25 games, a .396 average, 7 doubles with a homer, with 12 RBI, 31 runs, 27 times and 17 strikeouts, a perfect 13 of 13 on the bags although just barely quite getting the opportunity to show off what he can do on the bases.
Number 21, Richard Brereton.
Well, looks like we're going to see Richard Brereton again.
There's no replacement rules here.
Well,
in the FCBL.
Looking at Brereton from Bristol, he has appeared in 36 games, a 276 average, 6 doubles, a triple, and a homer, driven in 16 runs, 19 walks, and 36 strikeouts, 12 for 19 on the bag. So he is willing to go for it, although he is not exactly perfect at that.
Here's the pitch. That one fouled off. Count is 0-1. That is number 21, Richard Brereton.
We've seen him pitch a little, and now we get to see him swing a little. It seems really like the defensive replacements are starting to find their way into the game.
Pitch misses outside. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Gonna be hard to really cover everyone here.
I believe it was the All-Star Game back in Brockton, which was just absolutely insane with all the substitutions and whatnot. I believe it was Brockton, Billy. Do you remember that?
Pitch fouled off 1 and 2. No, Andrew. It's they're
good.
all over the place.
Good. Maybe I think it may be for the best that you don't remember that. There were substitutions like, oh, this guy comes in to the 3rd different position of the batting order, batting for like the 4th time in the game, in the 3rd different position or something like that. I remember it quite well. It was very crazy. Was that pretty much all game long?
Here's the 1-2. Pop up. Going to shallow center. Underneath that one is the center fielder. He will make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
Been fairly busy in this inning as well.
Number 36, Eric Mago. And also pitching for the Dodgers. Number 38, 99.
Looking at Eric Fago out of the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, 23 games, a 315 average, 11 doubles, a couple homers with 15 ribbies, 11 runs with 7 walks, 23 strikeouts. And he will replace Patrick Sullivan, whose night seems to be over.
Here's the pitch. Curveball breaks a little too much, and the count is 1-0.
Billy, I believe it was Eric Fago who hit that quote-unquote walk-off for the Martha's Vineyard Sharks when they were back at Wakana Park earlier this year.
Believe you're correct.
A walk-off on their...
big cut and miss there from Fago. Hopefully he's okay.
Oh, we've seen him do that an awful lot up at Wakona Park. Swinging almost literally out of his shoes. I wish I wasn't too late to see that on the TV.
Is there a rewind button? Nope. It's live TV.
Well, with a 10-second delay.
The 1-1 just misses the strike zone outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. This one well high, now 3-1. This one, now it's going to walk.
Yeah, that one nearly grazing him in the chest on that one. It was very in and tight.
That one will walk Fago.
Been a good deal of walks in this All-Star game.
The 3rd baseman from the Rocky Rock, number 9, Zach.
So this will be Zach Jaloff. He replaced Nunez defensively in the 5th. This is Jaloff's first plate appearance, and a throw over to first, not in time.
Jaloff from Brockton, 24 games, a 310 hitter. In fact, perfect 31 for 100, so easy to find his batting average there. 4 doubles, 3 triples with 12 RBI, 22 runs scored with 13 walks to 23 strikeouts.
Here's a pitch. High fly ball driven deep to left. Going back here is the left fielder towards the warning track, and he will make the grab for the final out of the inning.
Pretty straightforward, really.
Warning track power shown here, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left. We head through 5.5 now to the bottom of the 6th. It is 5-2. The Dodger All-Stars lead the Nashua All-Stars. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. Many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
New pitcher in the game, that is Mackenzie Stills from the Worcester Bravehearts. Stills, in 4 appearances, 2 starts, holds a 3-1 record with 22 innings pitched, 19 hits given up, 4 earned runs, 9 walks to 22 Ks, with a 1.27 whip and a super sharp 1.63 ERA.
Left fielder number 17, Jeff Costello will take, and he's 1 for 2 with a fielder's choice his last time up. So Stills here from the windup and the pitch. Just misses inside. Count is 1-0. Fantastic last 5 appearances for Stills. As this one, big cut and miss there from Costello. The count now 1 ball, 1 strike. This one, a slow chopper over towards third, but that one's fouled off. Count now was 1-2. This one swung on, somehow missed. They're ruling him out. No throw over to first needed. It was caught. Just bobbled. So bring up the catcher, number 1, Taylor Mier. He lined out to his own teammate, Ivan Nunez, his last time up. How embarrassing.
Talk about bragging rights. Well, like I said earlier, that's going to make things awkward for them in the locker room the next time they meet up.
Which will be, coincidentally, tomorrow. That one fouled off.
That one touched 93. Jeez. I thought they didn't get any harder of a hurler than Neil McDermott, but
here's the 0-1. Big cut and miss. 93 again on the gun.
I guess I was wrong. Jeez. This guy can pitch. Got a big arm.
It's going to be a freshman at Vanderbilt in the spring. A check swing. Did he go? He did not. Very close on the check swing.
Let's see the replay.
Oh, that's borderline there. That is very close.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
As I grimace, we go from a 1-2 count. Here's a pitch. The 1-2 is low and in. No debate there, really.
Well, he didn't move his bat that time. Not really, anyway.
One said the ball moved well in and well low. Day turn tonight here in Nashua.
And the city is as beautiful as ever.
Big cut and miss there from Mier. That is strikeout number 2 from Stills.
Stills is just filthy. Jeez.
Dustin Harris taking in for the first time tonight.
It's no wonder that he got here. And of course, that being in Stills. He's just been spitting fire. And we're looking at Dustin Harris.
First pitch in there called strike.
Harris from Worcester. He is being pitched to by his teammate right now, and on the season has a .307 average in 31 games, 8 doubles, a couple triples with 24 ribbies, 19 runs scored, 11 walks, and 12 strikeouts on the year.
Pitch blown away against the lefty. Now it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Another bragging rights moment right here.
Pitch outside, now 2-1. Well, it's the only time of the year that you'll pitch to a teammate.
Yeah, so have some fun with it.
This one, a slow chopper over to second. Throw over to first in time. See Martino able to throw over to first in time for the final out of the inning. 4-3 on the putout. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left out. We head through 6 full to the top of the 7th with the Dodger All-Stars leading the Nashua All-Stars 5-2. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Check it out, it's the Terminator. Hey, when'd you get back, huh?
Did you have to shoot anyone? Why are you so distant? Are you not happy to see me?
So what's the deal? You gonna get a job now or what?
Why are you being so jumpy? Put all that stuff behind you, okay?
No one knows what it's like to come back from Iraq or Afghanistan unless they were there. Join other veterans at communityofveterans.org because we know where you're coming from. Brought to you by Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and the Ad Council.
I have a passion for the environment. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. We monitor commercial vessels, making sure our ports and waterways are safe and clean from oil or other hazardous material. We patrol our fisheries, protect marine wildlife and their habitats. With all we do, it's about protecting America.
Were you born ready to protect America? Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Massachusetts Broadcasters Association and this station.
So here's my cell phone number, my husband's cell phone number, and here's the number to the grandparents. The number of the restaurant we'll be at, it's just down the block. And I told the neighbors you were here, so if anything happens, anything at all, don't hesitate to call. And what's your cell phone number again? I don't think I put that in.
Honey,
what?
Honey, he'll be fine. Okay, let's go.
I know you're right.
The odds of a babysitter calling 911, 1 in 1,400. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 150. You know the odds of autism. Now learn some of the signs. No big smiles or other joyful expressions by 6 months. No back and forth sharing of sounds or facial expressions by 9 months. And no babbling by 12 months. To learn more of the signs and more about autism, visit autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
New pitcher in the game from the North Virginia Sharks is Connor Hall.
Hall has the sign, and he's going to dig in here for the top of the 7th. And the first pitch, big cut and miss there from Mac Chelley. Actually, it's fouled off, and the count is 0-1.
Hall on the season, 15 appearances out of the pen, a 3-0 record with a save, giving up 8 hits, 2 earned on 7 walks with 18 strikeouts, a 0.98 walks and hits per inning pitched, and a 1.17 ERA.
Pitch, curveball. Oh, and a beautiful curve. Look at this one. 74 on the gun, but beautiful curve action there. Makes it 0-2.
Oh, man.
Had such movement.
Sure did.
Much break. Wow. It's an 0-2 count. Connor Hall with the sign and the pitch. Big cut and miss there from Chelley. Strike number 3. And that's how you do it, really, with the cycle of all strikes. Foul, called, swinging.
From Martha's Vineyard, number 1, Nick Raposo.
Nick Raposo here. Going to dig in. Here's a pitch. That one misses outside. Count here is 1-0 to Nick Raposo in his first time up here in the All-Star game. Next pitch, big swing, big foul ball. The count now 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 man gone.
Raposo from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks in 20 games, a 246 hitter, 16 of 65, a couple doubles with a triple. He's got 8 RBI with 6 runs, walked 3 times with 7 strikeouts, and a 300 on-base percentage.
Hall with the 1-1. Well outside there on the breaking ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. From the stretch is Hall in the 2-1. Holds off on this pitch, but it's in there for a called strike, 88-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Nick Raposo, his first at bat. And the pitch. 2-2 just off the end of the bat. Good defensive swing there from Raposo. Will make it remain 2-2. From the stretch, the 2-2 to Raposo. Pop up high in the infield between short and second. And the second baseman will be able to grab that one.
Again, a mile-high pop-up, but not a mile-high carry there as it stays in the infield and ends up being a mere pop-out.
The center fielder from the North Shore Navigators, number 6, Sal Freelick.
And here's the big heavy-hitting Sal Freelick. This one a chopper to second. Demo right there. He will throw it to first in time for the final out of the inning. We're going to stay here for stretch time as you're listening and watching the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for Team Nashua. From the Pittsfield Suns, number 17, Isaiah Mestre.
New pitcher in the game. Of course, we've seen this guy before. For the Pittsfield Suns, it is Isaiah Mestre. Now, for the Suns in this season, Mestre in 9 appearances, started a couple games, holds a 1-0 record with 21 innings pitched, giving up 14 hits, 7 earned runs on 11 walks to 27 strikeouts. Also has a 1.19 walks and hits per innings pitched with a flat-out 3 ERA.
Leading off for Team Dodgers, the center fielder. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks,
And he will not get the opportunity to pitch to his own teammate, unfortunately.
So number 18, Matt Chamberlain, resides in center field from last inning. This one fouled off.
Having a look at Chamberlain of the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. Appeared in 31 games, a .262 hitter, 5 doubles, a triple with 3 homers, driven in 23 runs to 29 runs scored, walked 26 times to 12 strikeouts with a .422 on-base percentage.
Foul ball, then the next pitch well in. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Matt Chamberlain. Count here is 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here from Mestre to Chamberlain. And the 2-2. High pop-up foul will go again from 2-2. Here's a windup. The 2-2 again for Mestre. This one more in play, going down the left field line, and this one is just foul.
A little bit out of their reach there.
Look at how close this one was, Andrew.
Oh, boy.
Bink.
Oh.
Just about 3 feet foul.
A much closer view of it thanks to the TV.
For the Postgame fireworks show presented by Atlas Fireworks.
I'd forgotten about the fireworks show.
That's the All-Star Game, of course.
Of course. Should be a good one.
Seriously, it's like asking anyone if they have Grey Poupon. But of course. I'm too old for that reference now.
Yes, you are.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody gone. Mestre with a 2-2. Called strike 3. Another beautiful breaking ball curve from Mestre.
Knocking him down on that one. That thing is filthy. That is Mestre's bread and butter.
The second baseman from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, number 3, Connor Hall.
Connor Hall, the former pitcher, will dig in.
I mean, we saw
this one right back up the middle, past the pitcher, past the diving second baseman. Go figure, 2 players on the 2017 Taconic High School Division I championship team in Massachusetts. Goes right past them. Now at number 12, Cody Morissette from Nashua.
Oh, having a look at Morissette on the year. Morissette from Nashua, appeared in 21 games, a .345 hitter, 4 doubles, a triple, and a homer, driven in 14 runs, and 10 walks and 15 strikeouts.
Here's the 0-1. This one ripped past the first baseman. This one goes on the right field. They're going to round the runner. Throw in to third, and the throw is well high, but a great save there by the third baseman, Jello.
From the Worcester Bravehearts, number 15, Michael Delacari.
See Delacari still remaining in the game.
First pitch to him. Misses low and in. Count here is 1-0. Connor Hall on third. Morissette over on first. Delacari with a 1-0 count. Runner on first goes. This one lifted foul on a hit and run attempt. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 man gone. The tying run at home plate, representing the Dodger All-Star team. That is Delacari. Mestre with the 1-1. Catches the outside corner on a changeup. 76 on the gun.
A good changeup on that one. Mestre has some really solid off-speed pitches in general.
The 1-2 just misses outside. Good waste pitch. Count is 2-2. No, that was just outside.
No, I just want to see it again just for the sake of seeing it.
Kind of looked like a two-seam fastball as it darted away from the lefty. Commissioner Chris Hall in the press box. As the runner goes, this one chopped to second. They're going to score a run here. Throw over to first in time. Will score a run, so credit Delacari with an RBI ground out.
And that just lengthens the gap even further. As this game, the Dodger All-Stars are starting to pull ahead. Oh, boy. Look out for this.
And here's Jake LaBelle. Goodness me.
This guy is well on his way to an MVP bid, I would say.
And people are still counting the home run derby.
I mean, can you blame him? He treated them to quite the show then. Even had an encore performance here in the All-Star game. Oh, looking for number 2 on that swing.
Yeah, that one, a big cut and miss there from LaBelle.
He's looking to put this game away.
For LaBelle, quite a day. A ground out in the second, a solo homer deep to left field, and a sacrifice fly to right. This one tries to duplicate it again as that one's cut on and missed. Count now was 0-2 for Jake LaBelle.
Can't you blame him?
No, I mean, it's you try your best in the All-Star game.
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying you just blow it because it's the All-Star game. He's trying to put some fire behind that swing.
Another cut and miss. That'll go down for strike 3. That will end the inning, but a run does come in off 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. 7 innings complete, 6-2. The Dodger All-Stars lead the Nashua All-Stars. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
New pitcher in the game, that is from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, Devin DiMaschio. DiMaschio on the season, 12 appearances and a start. 2-0 record with 28 innings pitched, 19 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned. Walked 8 to 27 strikeouts, a sharp 0.96 whip with a sharp 1.60 ERA.
Michael Wynn, the left field replacement, with a first pitch called ball, as this one out of the zone. This pitch fouled well behind here, and that one's going to go to the parking lot. It's 1-1 here to Michael Wynn. Fitting last name.
Yes, indeed. Michael Wynn of the North Shore Navigators.
First pitch, actually next pitch is grounded over to first. I'll flip over to the pitcher in one gun. You can continue, of course.
28 game. That, of course, will not impact his line as this is the All-Star game. 28 games in the season, a .258 average, 8 doubles with 12 runs driven in, 16 walks to 25 strikeouts.
Drew DiMartino now taking in for his second time. He flew out to right his last time up.
Staying in the game. Let's go, Demo.
Pitch just misses outside. Here's a 1-0. Big kind of miss there from Demo. That'll bring it to a 1-1 count. The hometown broadcasters showing off a little bobblehead there. Another cut and miss. You said Tom Kinnon? Tom Kinnon bobblehead.
Nice.
Now we need a bobblehead night.
We sure do.
I'm almost approaching double digits at Wacona Park, so you never know. Madewell bobblehead night?
Oh, no.
Why? Because it's going to be broken and not made well? Oh, yeah, the puns continue. Pitch is up and away. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That is the first
The joys of having a last name of Madewell, I tell you, the ideas are endless. Absolutely endless.
Right.
The 2-2 count here to Demo.
Perfect timing on that one, Billy. Perfect.
Another cut and miss, and down goes DiMartino. That is strikeout number 2 for the second baseman total on the day.
Is that going to do it?
Yes, it will. This will do it as we're approaching the end of the ball game.
Makes sense.
So 2/3 of an inning going to be pitched, then 2/3, then another 2/3.
Direct your attention to the field as we're going to try to attend the Holmen Stadium Wave.
We haven't ever actually done anything like that before, a bobblehead night.
I mean, I'm hoping. I really am. So there's going to be a new pitcher going to come in the ball game here. And why don't we try to figure out who that man is?
Why don't we? I concur.
And congratulator there was Damasio, excuse me. I'll try my luck at it. Number 22.
That looks like Danny Barlock.
Yes, it is. Maybe not.
Yep. Listed on the roster as Danny Barlock.
Let's see. '22 is, yeah, we have Danny Barlock.
Yes, we do.
Tyler Patane, we don't have him here on the roster, I believe.
No, we do not.
I'm assuming a replacement.
Perhaps.
It does appear so. Tyler Patane replacing Danny Barlock on our roster.
When the wave starts, make sure you start it from the first base side and follow the shirts in blue all the way to the left field side.
So he will come in. We're going to try to find out his stats from the Worcester Bravehearts. So again, I do believe that this is just a replacement. Danny Barlock not attending, but his teammate is, that being Tyler Patane. Oh, I believe that's Danny Barlock. I don't think we have a Tyler Patane. I don't know. I think that was a miswriting. Let's try that again. Senor Patane? Yes, there we are. Tyler Patane, the Worcester Bravehearts. And here comes the first pitch. This one going to the shortstop, number 12, Charlie Maxwell. And the pitch misses outside, 1-0. Pitch outside for a ball. Now ball 2.
Looking at Patane, 0-1 on the year with the Bravehearts in 7 games, 3 started, 1.74 ERA and 20.2 innings pitched, recording 21 strikeouts, 10 walks, and 9 hits.
Another pitch outside, now 3-0. And the 3-0, holding dead red. That one's on the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. For the Pittsfield Suns tomorrow, a game where they host the Nashua Silver Knights. 3-1, and 1 flared foul from 3-0 to 3-2 full it goes. The ball game going to be at 6:30, and our pregame was going to be scheduled for about 6 o'clock. The Brockton Rocks visiting the Worcester Bravehearts at Hanover Insurance Park at Fitton Field. And the North Shore Navigators will travel to Bristol for 7 o'clock showing. Here is the payoff. Cut on yet again, fouled off, and that one is going to go to the parking lot. Again, a real good reason on why you should probably park as far away from the ballpark as possible.
Yes.
The last home game that the Suns had, our very own general manager had her car dinged.
Yes, I was going to mention that. I thought that was
unfortunate.
Yes.
I'll say the words for you. Don't say anything else. Unfortunate.
There you go.
This one, a chopper over to second. Right there is Hall. Throw over to first in time. And that will end the inning. 4-3 on the putout. 7.5 complete. Bottom of the 8th we go. 6-2. The Dodger All-Stars lead the Nashua All-Stars. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Did you know that every 2 seconds someone in America needs blood? Dr. Phil here, and I'd like to encourage you to donate blood through the American Red Cross. If you've never given before, now's a great time to start. If you've given before, do it again. It only takes about an hour, and your donation could make a life-saving difference. So contact the American Red Cross today. To make an appointment, call 1-800-GIVE-LIFE or visit givelife.org today. Thank you.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
In times like these, violence in our schools is a reality, so it's important to know what to do if a dangerous situation arises, and also how to prevent it. Kids, never bring a weapon to school, and if you see a student with one, or even hear someone talking about having a weapon, report it immediately. If something doesn't seem right or look right to you, speak up. If someone you know is showing signs of anger, or if you are feeling out of control, tell someone. If you feel threatened or bullied, tell someone. Violent acts often start out as small disagreements. Tell a parent or teacher if you see an argument taking place. It's better to let someone know about a disagreement before it gets out of hand. Let's put an end to these tragedies. Ask your school to adopt an anti-violence program. Visit ncpc.org to learn more about how to keep your school safe. That's ncpc.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
New pitcher, it looks like it's Drew Farkas at the Nashua Silver Knights. 10 appearances out of the pen on the year, a 12 and 1/3 innings pitched line has resulted in yielding 12 hits, 4 earned runs on 6 walks. Quadrupling that, we get 24 strikeouts with a 2.91 ERA. As the Dodgers look for some insurance runs before we head to the top of the 9th, where they would hope to close the ball game out.
Pitches in there, a called strike.
Famous Monkey Boy is now signing autographs in the concourse for the next 2 innings. Monkey Boy is happy to sign anything you would like to have autographed.
Not sure if we're going to go the full 9, even with the lead for the home team. Here's the pitch. Cut on and missed. So the count is 0-2 here to Jackson Raper, number 11, the third baseman. First time up here tonight. Pitch is low and outside. Now it'll be 1-2.
Raper in 29 games, a 293 average, 4 doubles, a triple, and 2 homers. Hit 16 RBI with 21 walks to 33 strikeouts.
The 1-2 is high for a ball. I'll bring it to count 2, 2-2 to Jackson Raper. This one bounces in. Now it's full 3-2. Next pitch is cut on and miss, and that'll go down for strike 3 for Jackson Raper. This will bring up the left fielder.
From the Bristol Blues, number 23, Peyton Stevens.
Another vote in here. Peyton Stevens in second place, over 10,000 votes. Not even close to Drew DiMartino's 20, but that's neither here nor there.
You bet that.
Pitches in there, a call and strike here to Stevens.
Stevens, not the most impressive stats at 29 games played. A 240 hitter with 4 doubles, a triple, and a homer. 12 RBI with 12 walks to 33 strikeouts, just a 321 on-base percentage.
Pitch is cut on a miss there for Stevens. The count here now is 0-2. Here now the 0-2. That one low and away. Good hold off. It'll be a 1-2, and the lefty deals as this one is foul tipped. Actually, it's not foul tipped. It's swung on and missed. A throw over to first, and it's in time for a strikeout 2-3.
From the Mountain Vineyard Sharks, number 7, Matt Oldham.
Not Patrick Winkle, but it's Matt Oldham.
I was just about to say.
So Matt Oldham digging in for the first time. First pitch, that one just below the knees. For a ball count here is 1-0.
Looking at Matt Oldham in 14 games, 17 of 56 with 5 doubles, a triple, and 5 homers, 11 RBI to 7 walks and 10 strikeouts, good for a .304 batting average, justifying both his appearance in this game and the home run derby earlier.
Pitch. That one is right on the letters for a called strike now, 2-1. This one, a chopper over first foul, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, the lefty, Matt Oldham. Digging in from the left-hand side, his first at-bat here in the All-Star Game. It's a 2-2 count, and the lefty Farkas with a pitch. Again, it's fouled off, and it's, go figure, Dustin Harris brings his bat out there. It lifts off the bat and goes right into the dugout.
Foul ball twice. 2 foul balls.
He tried to stop it, but, well, to no avail.
Going to come to the plate with an 0-1 count already.
2-2. Runs high and away. Now it's full at 3-2. Here's the payoff. Just outside for ball 4, and this will bring up a runner on first with 2 men gone. scheduled Dustin Harris.
An impressive take on that last one. That one right on the one.
And it is Dustin Harris.
At this point, it seems the substitutions have come to a slow as there's the bottom of the 8th, and it could very well be the last time we see a home half of an inning. Barring a 4-run top of the 9th.
Pitch. Oh, beautiful breaking ball there. It just runs on the inside corner. Count is 0-1. Pitch off the end of the bat going foul. Count is now 0-2. Pitch in and out of the glove, and I believe that one's going to go down as a pass ball. I'm not entirely sure. It went a little high.
I would be surprised.
No, that one it looks like it's going to be a wild pitch. Throw was well high, just off the reach.
Wish I could have seen that replay.
He really had to reach up to just nick the glove, as this one just almost nicks the batter. The count now is 2-2.
A change in momentum, middle of the at-bat.
It is 6-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Dodger All-Stars lead the Nashua All-Stars as the pitch is high. And he's lost them now 0-2 to 3-2 full. Looks like the commissioner's getting ready to go on the field following next inning. See him down the first base line. Again, the pink polo. Hard to miss. Payoff. Caught on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left. We head to the top of the 9th. 6-2, the home Dodger All-Stars lead the visiting Nashua All-Stars. You're listening to the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Hi, we're talking to real smokers about quitting. Tell me when you smoke and why you smoke.
Eat, cigarette, kids, cigarette, dinner, another cigarette.
One on my way to lunch, one after lunch.
And another cigarette, and another cigarette.
Have you tried to quit?
Yes. I become angry.
It ain't that easy. You can't just quit cold turkey. I tried.
What would you do different?
Actually having a plan and thinking it through.
You have to relearn how to live your life without a cigarette in your hand.
With the right plan, you can quit smoking. Free at becomeanx.org. X, a new way to think about quitting. Brought to you by X and the Ad Council.
In times like these, violence in our schools is a reality. So it's important to know what to do if a dangerous situation arises, and also how to prevent it. Kids, never bring a weapon to school. And if you see a student with one, or even hear someone talking about having a weapon, report it immediately. If something doesn't seem right or look right to you, speak up. If someone you know is showing signs of anger, or if you are feeling out of control, tell someone. If you feel threatened or bullied, tell someone. Violent acts often start out as small disagreements. Tell a parent or teacher if you see an argument taking place. It's better to let someone know about a disagreement before it gets out of hand. Let's put an end to these tragedies. Ask your school to adopt an anti-violence program. Visit ncpc.org to learn more about how to keep your school safe. That's ncpc.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
New pitcher to try to finish the game off from the Martha's Vineyard Sharks is Sean Babineau. Babineau, in 5 starts for the Sharks this year, 2-2 with 26 innings pitched, giving up 29 hits, 10 runs, 7 earned. Walked a handful with 23 Ks, 1.31 on the whip with a 2.42 ERA. We will hope to try to finish the game off right here, right now.
For Nashua, the right fielder from the Bristol Blues, number 21, Richard Vernon.
Just got word we are playing a full 9 innings, no matter what, as that one is swung on and missed to Brereton. So there will be a bottom of the 9th, just so that way everyone gets an equal turn. Next pitch misses outside, and now the count here is 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 from the lefty. That one foul tipped. Brereton 0 for 1. He flew out to center his last time up, but this one he dribbles over to second. It's booted by the second baseman. There's your first error of the ball game here in the top of the 9th.
As you said, Billy, kind of just booted on that one.
The first baseman. From the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, number 36, Eric Fago.
Eric Fago walked his first time up. Here's the pitch, curveball, line shot right to the shortstop. Snow comes and throws over to first, and it goes off the helmet of the batter, which will advance the runner at least to second. Unfortunate, but it is going to go down as a throwing error by the shortstop.
First error of the game, and our second error comes a play later. It's been an interesting journey for Richard Brereton, who has erroneously made his way over to second base.
They nearly doubled him up. Brereton goes to first on an error, second by an error.
They would have easily doubled him up had the throwing error not occurred.
And now here is Zach Jelov. Fly out to left. Nearly doubled him up. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. Count here is 1-0. Check on second from Babineau. And now this one, big cut and miss there from Jelov. And now count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Here is the 1-1. That one drops a low for a ball. Now 2-1 is the count. With 1 man gone, top of the 9th, 6-2. The hometown Dodger All-Stars lead the Nashua All-Stars. We are going to a full 9-inning ball game. Even with the Dodgers up 6-4. Should we go to the bottom of the 9th and they still lead, we will still play ball as this one's fouled off first base side. And that one is going to, I think, hit the office. Yes.
Well, you can't exactly walk them up when you're already up by, well, at the moment, 4 runs.
It's a non-save situation here for Babineau. The runner does go. The pitch outside. Throw over to third is not in time. Well in there safely. So stolen base here for Brereton. Both teams now with a stolen base here. It'll be a full count, 3-2. Here's a payoff. Caught on a miss for strike 3. So I'll now bring up the DH, number 35, Mac Chelly.
Well hurled on that last one. Got him kind of an inside-out swing. Risky on a full count pitch, but it worked out for him there.
They're saying it's Nick Raposo, which would skip Chelly. Here's the pitch in there, called strike. Got to see his left shoulder, but of course, him being a righty doesn't help us out.
Yeah, figure it out.
Here's the 0-1. Well outside. Come on, good sir. Turn around. It is.
That is number 1. It is Nick Raposo. Oh, okay. Yep, it's...
So they are going to skip the DH.
Fair enough. If you want to.
Big cut and miss there. Now it's 1-2. Next pitch, a chopper headed to short. Forehand grab, throw over to first in time, and that will end the inning. But not the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We are headed to the bottom of the ninth. We'll be right back with more of the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Too bad about radio.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, since television, hardly anybody listens to radio anymore.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. There's a radio in use for every man, woman, and teenager in America.
Really? Gee, I'd hate to think of them all turning them on at once.
They do. Every morning.
Who listens to radio? That go where you go, medium called radio. That's with you every night through the long commuter fight, and in the morning with your toast and mama lady-o. Who listens to radio? No matter if it's summer, winter, spring, or fall. Who listens to radio? Only 150 million people. That's all.
Getting your child home safely
Tap your views together 3 times.
is just a click away.
There's no place like home.
But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to
New pitcher to finish this game off from the North Shore Navigators, Shane Audette. 7 appearances in the season, 5 starts for Audette. A 3-1 record with a 27-2 third innings pitched to the line. Also results in 17 hits, 4 earned runs on 17 walks, 36 Ks, and a 1.23 whip. He's also got a 1.30 ERA, and he will presumably be left in to end the game.
So while we go to the bottom of the ninth with the Dodger All-Stars going to win this ball game, we are going to have an interview here with Josh Cummins, who is, well, you've been covering the All-Star game and pretty much the whole FCBL for quite some time now. And what are your thoughts on tonight's contest?
Obviously, it's been a good game for both teams. Obviously, saw some home runs early and some great pitching later in the game. So it should be a fun way to see it finish here.
We almost saw a game go errorless, but of course, all the players down there, sure, they're all-stars, but they're also human. With this, especially with us wrapping up the first half of the season, more like 2/3 at this point, how do you think the season's going to end?
It's obviously Martha's Vineyard's kind of run away so far, but obviously it seems like they're a great team with some obviously guys from pretty high-powered schools, but Worcester is always a team that seems to turn it on at the end of the season, and I'm sure they will again.
6 straight wins for the Bravehearts.
Right.
Very true.
But it's a 17 league this year, so you never know what's going to happen. A couple wins in a row at this obviously late point in the season, and things could change really fast.
Pitch is upstairs now, 1 ball, 1 strike, especially because in the playoffs, there's 6 teams. It's a 1-game playoff, then only a 3-game series, then only a 3-game series. It's very hard to tell on how this will shape up as the pitch is outside now, 2-1. But this, absolutely phenomenal. Who's at least your player of the game that you've seen thus far?
It's tough, yeah.
I think it's quite obvious.
Right. It's, well, obviously 2 home runs, and LaBelle obviously won that's true. But yeah, LaBelle obviously with a great performance in front of his hometown team, a couple different pitchers here. So obviously it's a 6-2 game, so you would think it's kind of obvious, but obviously there were standouts on both sides, so it's hard to
swing and miss, and there's going to be a throw over to first, and that one's in time. Strikeout 2-3, 1 out gone here in the bottom of the ninth. Now, with that being said, what has been your favorite part of this All-Star festivities?
Obviously, seeing everyone here in one place is pretty cool. Liam over here Have to give Liam a shout out.
Absolutely, scoreboard operator here today.
Scoreboard operator. But yeah, obviously, seeing all the guys from different teams, it's especially fun this year because there's kind of a mix between teams, which we don't have in the past when obviously the divisions kind of separate it.
Now, with that being said, I thought one of the most cheeky moments was when, for the Pittsfield Suns, a line out right to their third baseman, Ivan Nunez. So it is a little bit here and there, friendly competition, of course, as the pitch is in there 1-2. With that being said, again, it's players facing off against each other's pitchers versus batters. It's a sort of mix you never see.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely interesting, and obviously there was no real one way to do it easily like we've had in the past, where there's divisions or some equal way to divide an unequal amount of teams. So this is obviously a different way to do it, but it's been fun where, like you said, you've had guys from several different teams on both sides.
And again, this is the second All-Star game. Back in 2012 was the first All-Star game. Right. With that being said, again, Holmen Stadium is such a beautiful ballpark here in Nashua. It's really a throw-up as this one is lined over into left. That one will go down as a base hit. It's really a toss-up in between Brockton and Nashua, if I'm not home picking here, between both. So a single there for Connor Hall. This will bring up Cody Morissette. So, Josh, again, any last words before we almost finish up this ball game?
Obviously, it's been a fun night, and just thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Josh Cummins, he has been all over the league, but most notably with the North Shore Navigators. With that, unbiased, of course, in every term. But, again, Josh, thank you very much for joining us. As now a runner on first there for Connor Hall brings up Cody Morissette. The pitch is outside for a ball, and the count here is 1-0. Next pitch also misses outside. Now 2-0. Interviewer become the interviewee, Andrew.
Indeed.
Count is 2-0 here to Morissette. Pitch. Foul ball, and this will bring up 2-1.
Lots of important names around here for the All-Star game.
Very, yes.
In terms of the FCBL.
Chris all getting ready for presentation following the game. Here's a 2-1. A check swing high and in, and now it's 3-1. Debt from the stretch and the pitch. This one a hot shot headed to first. Could this be two? A throw over to second for one, and no throw over to first on the transfer, so that'll go 3-6 on the fielder's choice.
Good job breaking up the double play, which of course would have ended the ball game.
So this will bring up now the right fielder Michael Delicari. Actually, this is going to be number 7, Matt Oldham.
Oh, cool.
Number 7, Matt Oldham.
Cool. We're skipping Delicari, LaBelle.
It's just so players can get them.
Yes, I understand that. You know, I just like to poke some fun at it. Was all.
From the stretch, Dent with the first pitch. Outside for a ball. The count here is 1-0. Liam, you know what? We'll give you some on-air time. Here's that microphone. How have you enjoyed today?
Oh, it's great. Leading up to it, a little hectic hosting it, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty well.
Pitch is well inside. Now it's 2-0. And yes, we both did it at the same time. I love that. Usually when you do have a scoreboard operator that's like right next to me doing the exact same time in Pittsfield as well. But no, it comes with the territory with hosting. I remember that back in 2013. Andrew,
Absolutely.
You remember that as well. The Wi-Fi cutting out. The good news is the city of Nashua has been fantastic when it comes to their tech team, the camera operators, as this one's a fly ball going towards right. Second baseman getting underneath it. And that will end the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Liam, it's been a pleasure with this ball game here. So thank you very much for hosting. Let all of your staff members know, bosses, coworkers, everything. Beautiful ballpark, absolutely fantastic atmosphere, especially with allowing us to come in and call this baseball game. So thank you, because you're the only person really that is donning the jersey for us to thank. So again, thank you very much, and can't wait to come back to Nashville, hopefully for a playoff game.
Of course, anytime. Just like to thank everyone for helping out and making sure this ship runs smoothly.
All right, Liam, thank you again, and we are going to cut straight in as that finishes up the ball game. The Dodger All-Star team defeating the Nashville All-Star team 6-2. We are going to get things set here for the Pittsfield Suns post-game show for the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Welcome to the Pittsfield Suns post-game show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. And now, back to Paul Dowd Field at historic Wakota Park in Pittsfield with your hosts, Billy Madewell and Andrew Belargent.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pittsfield Suns post-game show for the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game. And we're going to be listening in to on-field festivities in just a moment, presenting the player of the game, pitcher of the game as well. Chris Hall currently down there. He's going to have the call in just a moment. But Andrew, again, wonderful All-Star game, but looks like we're going to turn it over to on-field.
Yes. Before we get to fireworks, we want to thank the Nashville Silver Knights in the city of Nashua for a great event tonight. Great All-Star game. Great celebration of the 80th year history. Holmen Stadium. Don Newcombe and Roy Campanella. For the most outstanding pitcher of the night, from the University of Hartford, your Nashville Silver Knights, Drew Farkas with 3 strikeouts. All right, this was a tough one. We had a couple guys hit a couple home runs tonight. One guy already got an award tonight for winning the Derby. So this most outstanding hitter, most valuable player goes to the Brockton Rocks. From MIT with the double, the home run, 2 RBIs, Matt Johnston.
So you just heard it. Pitcher of the ball game, Drew Farkas. Player of the game, very tough. We'll go to Matt Johnston. Andrew, it's been quite a baseball game. Ball game started at 7:06, ended at 9:47 for a game time total of 2 hours and 41 minutes. Normally we have a pretty much solid post game with what happened, what went on, but for this we've called a ball game, and that's going to do it for us. Your final thoughts on the FCBL All-Star Game, the 2018 version?
Oh, man. Well, Holmen Stadium was phenomenal. The staff here is great. Accommodations are great. And before we get to the fireworks, Billy, I'd like to thank you for taking me along on another All-Star Game trip. It's been great, and I really appreciate coming along.
Absolutely. I'm always glad to have you here with your analytics as we have a fireworks show that is happening. And you know what? We're going to point the camera right to it. Why not? It's a fun game. It's a fun day. Why not get some firework action in there? So, Andrew, again, thank you, of course, for tagging along, as always.
Absolutely.
I like to thank the entire Nashua Silver Knights staff. You've been great, as always. Such an amazing ballpark, and it always helps for the fact that everyone here, the only thing that they want to do is accommodate and make sure that everyone, including us, enjoys their time here. And, again, Andrew, this is well up there on our all-star list of all-star games. In between, again, Brockton, we have Worcester, our own home field, Pittsfield, and now the second all-star game here at Nashua, our first. So, again, we have a fireworks show that is being played right now, but ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us. Andrew, I'd like you to sign off for yourself.
Absolutely. I very much look forward to finishing off the season, starting off tomorrow when the Nashua Silver Knights visit the Pittsfield Suns. It's been a great time here at Holmen Stadium, and have a great night to all those who are listening.
Capacity crowd, especially with the fireworks here. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just watched the 2018 FCBL All-Star Game here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. My name is Billy Madewell, signing off alongside Andrew Belargent. For players, coaches, umpires, and fans, thank you so much for making us a part of your evening. We'll be back tomorrow in Pittsfield against the Nashua Silver Knights.
Thank you for listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. Please join us next time for more exciting baseball action from Paul Dowd Field at historic Wacona Park. This play-by-play broadcast of Pittsfield Suns Baseball was a production of the Pittsfield Suns. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the expressed written consent of the Pittsfield Suns is strictly prohibited.